Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 7 p.m. show tonight on This Is Exclusive, we come to you with three exclusive stories. And all three of them are significant. We have the Air India crash report details for the first time since the crash in June. We have the details of the report, the crux, the reason why the plane crashed in Ahmedabad is with us on the show this evening. And then we're getting you the details of the conversion Baba, the Changur conversion Baba, the biggest talking point, a man who received funds from the Middle East and used it to convert the poorest of the poor. We are exposing him on the show tonight. Here are the headlines. After ATS arrests self-styled Godman Changur Baba in 100 crore conversion racket, ED stepping in to probe conversion module, the money laundering case. He's been bulldozed. Details of the AI 171 crash report with Republic TV on the show tonight. Sources say engine failure, internal system failure, system mechanical failure blamed for the crash. Coup against Pakistan, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in motion. Asim Munir, the failed marshal, leads a secret political realignment. Talks to Shehbaz Sharif's rival through an intermediary. Details on Republic. Indians undertaking the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra stranded in Tibet. 23 of them trapped due to flash floods. They send a video appeal to the MEA to intervene and rescue them. That appeal is on Republic on the show tonight. And we have some big breaking news coming in on This Is Exclusive this evening. Republic has accessed details of the crash report of Air India 171, AI 171, the plane that crashed in Ahmedabad. Tonight, the details of why the plane went down, the sequence of events with Republic TV, from an engine that couldn't handle the fuel, couldn't take in the fuel, to internal systems that failed, sources saying that this was not an ordinary malfunction. We're getting in more details. The internal systems of AI 171 lost control. There was a mechanical failure. These are details we have picked up, and I have Harsha joining me on the show this evening. Let me go across to Harsha. First up, here's what we know so far. Four biggest takeaways from the report. The failure in engine led to the crash. Point number one. Point number two, let's show the second point. The engine couldn't take the fuel in those last few seconds, leading to the sudden drop and eventually the crash. The engine couldn't take the fuel, and the internal systems of AI 171 completely lost control, and the final point, complete mechanical failure detected in the flight. Now, what does this mean for Air India? What does this mean for Boeing? Let me go across to Harsha joining us on the broadcast this evening. Harsha is live right now. Harsha, what is the conclusion? Do you have the details?
So, Niranjan, right now I'm reporting from MOCA only, which is the Ministry of Civil Aviation. We are trying to know more details on the report of AIB, which has been sent to Secretary and the Civil Aviation Ministry today, this morning only. What we have got to know is that the Secretary and the officials of MOCA are still going through the report, because the report is a detailed report. It's more than 500 pages report. What you've got to know is that there was a mechanical failure, but more than mechanical failures, more important to understand that dual engine failure is not mentioned here. In the report, it is only stated that there was an engine failure. There was almost 70 tons of fuel in the aircraft, but the engine couldn't take up that fuel. Also, we have got to know that there was some systematic failure in the cockpit. There was a system failure which has been told to us right now. These are 3 to 4 points of the preliminary findings of the AIB investigation which we have got to know today. And Niranjan, one more update is that the DG of AAIB today visited MOCA, Ministry of of Civil Aviation. He himself had a one-on-one meeting with the Secretary of Aviation, and this is because because AIP officials till now were in Ahmedabad. They came back to Ahmedabad today morning only, and they were here for 2 to 3 hours. That means some important and concrete thing is mentioned in the investigation of the AIP in the AI-171 crash, and we have got to know that in another 2 to 3 hours, when the report will completely be read by the authorities, we can have some more light and more information about the detailed thing, that whether it was the systematic failure, was there some issue with the Boeing 787, because still now anything regarding Boeing, the officials are tight-lipped. Our sources are not confirming us that whether there was issue with this Boeing Dreamliner or there was some issue in the Air India, there was technical snag which was not fixed. These two things we are trying to know more from our sources. We'll get to know soon once the report is thoroughly read by the secretary. Back to you.
Okay, once more, the details of the report that I have accessed. Harsha is at the Ministry of Civil Aviation right now. Quickly, 4 points. Harsha, if I can show those points, stay with me. Was it an engine failure? Now, these are the details of the report that I want to put out on the screen for our viewers right now. There are 4 points that we have. These are the 4 headlines, the 4 critical points of what happened in those last few minutes. Failure in engine led to the crash. One of the findings of the report that has been submitted to the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Point number 2. Let's show the second point. The engine couldn't take the fuel in those last few seconds immediately after takeoff. Point number 3. Internal systems lost control on board AI-171. And the final point in the report that we have accessed through our sources, there was a complete mechanical failure of systems. These are some of the details of the report submitted by the AAI Bureau to the Civil Aviation Ministry. Now, what does this mean for Air India? What does this mean for Boeing? Now, we don't know whether that means it's a clean sheet to Air India or whether Air India is in the dock for the maintenance of these planes. We'll have to wait and watch for what happens on that one. Harsha, thank you for joining us with those inputs. Moving on to the second story, that of Changur Baba. Uttar Pradesh's Balrampur witnessed bulldozer action today. And this man, his name is Changur Baba. He's known as Changur Baba. He pretends to be a Godman, a man of God, happens to be a fraud who's converted the poorest of the poor, honey trapped them, even minors included, used minors to honey trap in some cases, had agents paid them from 8 lakhs to 15 lakhs to 20 lakhs based on the caste of the person who was converted. And this racket went on for several months and years. The inside story is that he targeted people of certain castes to convert them. And based on the caste, there was a rate card that was set. Here's the story of how he was bulldozed today, how his racket was bulldozed today. And then we have exclusive details. UP police joining us live on the show tonight.
Bulldozers thundered through Balrampur in UP today, tearing down the heart of a sprawling conversion den. No structure spared, no mercy shown. What was once the epicenter of a sinister network has now been reduced to dust. From an illegal conversion hub to a heap of rubble, this is the Yogi government's zero tolerance in motion. This is a crackdown that stunned Balrampur. The UP administration brought down every illegal structure linked to Jalaluddin alias Changur Baba. He is the alleged mastermind behind a large-scale religious conversion racket.
यहाँ पर जो कार्रवाई हो रही है वो पहले कागजों की जांच हुई है, नोटिस दिया गया है, उसके बाद जवाब न मिलने पे प्रक्रिया पूरी करने के बाद यह कार्रवाई जारी है। तो कोई ये कहे कि यहाँ जबरदस्ती काम हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं है। इसके पीछे पूरे उतरौला के लोग सड़कों पे उतरे थे। उतरौला से कई शिकायतें गई थी कि छांगुर पीर बाबा ने अपना नेटवर्क अवैध रूप से यहाँ खड़ा किया हुआ है।
Acting on a non-bailable warrant and a 50,000 rupees reward on his head, the anti-terrorism squad arrested Jalaluddin and his close aide Neetu alias Nasreen. Both have now been remanded and sent to Lucknow district jail. According to the Uttar Pradesh police, Jalaluddin and his gang specifically targeted the vulnerable.
छांगुर बाबा यहाँ पर लोगों को अरबी भाषा की पढ़ाई कराता था उन मदरसों में। वहाँ पर उर्दू भी नहीं पढ़ाई जाती थी, हिंदी भी नहीं पढ़ाई जाती थी, सीधा सीधा मजहबी उनको शिक्षा दी जाती थी। साथ ही उन मस्जिदों में भी वह धर्मांतरण का काम करता था।
Poor laborers, widows, and members of weaker sections were their key targets. Victims were lured with financial aid, marriage promises, and threatened into conversion. This isn't the first arrest in the case. Jalaluddin's son Mehboob and another accused Naveen alias Jamaluddin were arrested in April and remain behind bars. As the rubble settles, the message from Lucknow is loud and clear. Unlawful conversions will be met with unflinching force.
And we've accessed details of Changur alias Conversion Baba, Changur Conversion Baba's rate card to convert the poorest of the poor. If you converted somebody from the so-called forward caste, quote-unquote forward caste, now this was his mandate. Convert people from different castes, Hindus, forward castes, people from lower castes, and I'll give you money accordingly. 15 lakh rupees for forward caste conversion. Can you believe it? In 2025, in India, in the state of Uttar Pradesh, this Baba targeted and had rate cards for people depending on their caste. And the money went to agents. This money went to agent. If Brahmin women were converted, lured, honey trapped, 15 to 16 lakh rupees given to the agent to convert. If people from backward caste were targeted, 10 to 12 lakh rupees was given to them as money. Agents, not the people who were converted. And other castes, 8 to 10 lakh rupees. Now, this is the rate card which even the police in Uttar Pradesh has gone on record to say Changur Baba was giving to convert people. And where did this money come from? The money came from Middle Eastern countries, and that is the next big breaking news on This Is Exclusive. Let's go straight to that. The modus operandi of Changur Baba has also been accessed by Republic TV. His agents kept traveling. At least 40 visits were made to different countries in the Middle East. As of now, investigators not pinpointing which country, saying we will wait for details to emerge of which country or who funded the conversion racket, but confirming that 100 crore came via Middle Eastern countries. 100 crore via the Hawala route. Victims were honey trapped. Now, this is how he worked. Over 500 people lured, honey trapped, and then forced to convert. And that is how he functioned. Most of his victims who were forced to convert to Islam, they were honey trapped and then forcibly convert. I spoke to the ADG Law and Order of Uttar Pradesh. This is the conversation. Amitabh Yash, while speaking to Republic TV, he gave away very, very critical details of Changur alias Conversion Baba. Take a look. The dramatic visuals that came in from Uttar Pradesh today as a fraud called Changur Baba was bulldozed. Those pictures are telling, because it's not just a story about illegal encroachment or just a conversion racket. There is much more to this story. And to speak about that, I have Amitabh Yash, who's the ADG of Law and Order from the state of Uttar Pradesh, joining us on the show. Mr. Yash, thank you for joining us. First of all, prima facie, the bulldozer action was because of the encroachment drive. But why is Changur Baba important right now?
Changur was running a huge network of conversions. Not only was he converting minors, he was using an organized network of his agents who would trap people with into honey traps and then pressurize them to convert. If there was anybody opposing him in that area, he had developed enough influence in the local system that he could get cases registered against his opponents or those who are refusing to be cowed down by him. And then not only did he use convert people, he used the converted the clients into for further conversion. So it was more like a multi-level marketing system. He was giving his agents a grand amount, which ranged from 8 lakhs to 16 lakh rupees per conversion. And very strangely, this amount was linked to the caste of the person who was being converted.
Amount was linked to the
he was-
caste of the person being converted.
Yes, the amount was linked to the caste, and this money was coming from abroad. They had about 40 accounts in which they had received huge sums of money from Middle Eastern countries. The members of the gang had traveled to Middle Eastern countries, I mean, around the records that we have show about 40 times. And they had also acquired properties locally. They have occupied property elsewhere in the country. And apart from the investigations that we are carrying out right now into his properties, we found that a lot of government land has also been encroached upon by this group.
Which were the countries that primarily funded him? Do you have details of it?
Yes, they were. The money was coming from Middle East countries. We cannot say that these countries were funding him. Just that these, I'm sure that these routes are being used so that Indian agencies will not be able to get hold of whoever is behind the racket. And but we are investigating all aspects, and we are carrying out a deep investigation. Even if their links are abroad, we will be able to find them.
Okay. Now, you said something. You said that it was linked to the caste. The money that was given out by his agents and to his agents were linked to the person who was being converted, the caste of the person being converted, right? Now, prima facie, do you see or are you suspecting a role of more groups, political parties, perhaps to this conversion racket?
I would not hazard a guess, but the network is pan-India, and the funding is from abroad. Mm-hmm. The property that we have found that have been acquired, about 16 crore worth in Pune, that has been traced. Mm-hmm. Large number of properties have been acquired locally, and I'm sure that the investigation will bring in some other properties which we have been told but we have not yet been able to trace in surrounding districts.
Did he have any presence in Maharashtra as well? Because you mentioned Pune, I'm asking you, did he have any presence in Maharashtra? Did he operate in Maharashtra? Yes,
he did operate in Maharashtra. He used to travel to Mumbai pretty often, and we have traced his land in Pune.
Now, this is shocking. Now, if you're telling me that we have this fraud, he called himself a Godman, his entire operation was to convert people. And what kind of people did he target? Did he target the poorest of the poor, or did he have a specific, kind of people that he targeted to convert?
He was targeting those who are vulnerable. They could be economically vulnerable. They were people who could be easily trapped into honey traps. There are people who could be easily converted using psychological techniques. So he had used all kinds of techniques. There's a lot of other filth in this system that I will not talk about right now. But what we have discovered is really startling.
The poorest were honey trapped and then converted.
The poorest were lured. The others were honey trapped. Some were pressurized. All kinds of techniques were used.
How many agents did he have in the course of your investigation?
A large number have come to light. Since we do not have evidence against all of them, I would not talk about it. Some of them, we have arrested. And as evidence becomes available, more arrests will be made.
My last question to you, did he have any sort of a rate card for conversions, saying that if you convert a person of this caste, a person of this community, you get this amount of money? Did he have a rate card of sorts?
Yes, he had a rate card. For forward caste persons to be converted, he would offer something like 15 to 16 lakhs.
Sorry, say that again, sir. What caste?
For a forward caste person, so-called general category caste persons, he would offer something to the tune of 15 to 16 lakhs. And a person belonging to scheduled caste, 8 lakhs or a like amount, somewhere near that would be offered.
My God, 8 lakhs for somebody from a backward caste, and for somebody from a forward caste, so-called forward caste, it would be 15 lakhs. Now, this is startling. Thank you, Mr. Yash, for speaking to Republic TV. We get a sense that this story is going to get bigger in the next few days and weeks. We'll look forward to updates from your end as well. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Yash. And on to the next big story we're tracking here on This Is Exclusive at 7 p.m. We have a video, the first video of Indians who are stranded in Tibet in the Mansarovar Yatra. These were Indians who are undertaking the Mansarovar Yatra. 23 of them are stranded after a bridge was washed away. 23 Indians stranded at the Tibetan-Nepal border. Stranded as bridge connecting Nepal to Tibet was washed away in the flash floods, and they're sending out the message. I want to play out the message straight away.
यात्री कैलाश मानसरोवर की यात्रा पे गए थे। हम 26 जून को इंडिया से हमने हमारा टूर स्टार्ट किया और हम लोग प्राइवेट टूर ऑपरेटर एक नेपाल के हमने प्राइवेट टूर ऑपरेटर के थ्रू हमने अपनी यात्रा शुरू करी थी। हम सब 23 जने, जिनमें हमारा सबसे छोटे जो बच्चे हैं ये 15 साल के एक लड़के हैं और सबसे बड़े हमारी पीछे बैठी हैं 67 इयर्स की डॉक्टर, ये भी हमारे साथ हैं। हम सब ने अपनी यात्रा कंप्लीट कर ली, कैलाश मानसरोवर की यात्रा हमने पूरी कर ली। हम जब वापस लौट रहे थे तो कैरोंग बॉर्डर पे चाइना के हम लोगों से 3 या 4 घंटे पहले बारिश होके एंड जो ब्रिज था नेपाल और चाइना को जोड़ने वाला, जिससे हम 6 दिन पहले आए हैं, वो हम आपको फोटोग्राफ्स भी देंगे स्टिल फोटोग्राफी में। उसी ब्रिज, वो ब्रिज पूरी तरह टूट चुका है, तो हम अभी नेपाल एंटर नहीं हो सकते। नेपाल एंटर होने के बाद हम फिर इंडिया में एंटर होंगे। लेकिन हमारे साथ ये, हम इसे अच्छा भी मानते हैं कि हमने महादेव की यात्रा करी। उन्होंने एक तरीके से ठीक भी है कि यदि हमारे ब्रिज के ऊपर जब हम होते तब ये सब होता, या उसके 1-2 घंटे बाद होता, तो हम तिमुरे, जो नेपाल का बॉर्डर है, तिमुरे से हम लोग काठमांडू के बीच में पूरा रास्ता टूट चुका है। कई नेपाली नागरिकों की जान गई है। तो हम अपने आप को एक तरीके से लकी भी मानते हैं और हमारी चाइनीज गवर्नमेंट भी हेल्प कर रही है, नेपाली गवर्नमेंट भी हेल्प कर रही है, इंडिया एम्बेसी भी जो चाइना में है हमारी हेल्प कर रही है। लेकिन हम ये चाहते हैं कि आपके माध्यम से हमारा ये थोड़ा एस्केलेरेट हो हमारा इशू, और हम जल्दी से जल्दी अपनी वतन वापसी करें, क्योंकि हमें प्रॉब्लम कुछ नहीं है यहाँ, लेकिन हम अपने वतन से बहुत दूर हैं। तो हम ये चाहते हैं हम जल्द से जल्द इंडिया गवर्नमेंट हमारी हेल्प करे, जो कर रही है। लेकिन चूंकि हम प्राइवेट टूर ऑपरेटर के थ्रू आए तो थोड़ी सी मदद में कमी है। हम आपके माध्यम से हाथ जोड़ के कहना चाहेंगे सबसे कि प्लीज हमारी मदद करें और वतन वापसी में जल्द से जल्द कुछ ना कुछ भारतीय सरकार हमारी मदद करे। हर हर महादेव।
Okay, so that's a story we're going to be tracking very closely. All the pilgrims who just reached out through Republic, they spoke to the government of India through Republic, saying that they are presently in a hotel in Girong County in Tibet. I'm repeating that, Girong County in Tibet, appealing to the MEA to help them move out of Tibet, saying that they don't have anything really going wrong for them, but they would be assured if the government reaches out and ensures that they return home at the earliest. We will continue to follow up on that story. Thanks for watching. Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला। MDH।
From Bengaluru to Thane, a nation divided by speech. Slapgate sparks fresh political face-off in Maharashtra. Is regional identity threatening national harmony? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
From your smartphones to your smart television, trending stories are breaking the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another case of VVIP brat who was seen flexing his muscles at the influencer named Rajshri More. We'll get you her side of the story in her words. Now, in just some moments from now, she'll speak to us, and next we'll get you the beautiful visuals of Prime Minister's welcome to Brazil's capital city. And moving on, after Pakistan, now Israeli Prime Minister wants the Nobel Peace Prize for Donald Trump. And finally, Elon Musk finds himself in the freedom of speech firestorm. We have this and much more packed in this edition of Trending. I'm Akanksha Khajuria. Let's get started. Now, amid the escalating cases of VVIP brats throwing their weight around, this time the heat of the storm is a drunk, half-naked son of feminist leader Javed Sheikh. Just yesterday, viewers, the video came out showing the accused drunk and sitting half-naked inside the car, is abusing the Marathi-speaking women Rajshri More in Mumbai. The man, later identified as Rahil Sheikh, son of MNS State Vice President Javed Sheikh, was also seen flaunting his father's position.
माझी गाडी ठोकलीस ना असा उघडा तू कुठं चालला होतास हे मनसे तुम्ही हे तू कुठला मनसेवाला आहेस कुठला आहे शिवसेनावाला आहे मनसे लोक तुम्ही लोक मराठी शिकवता ना रे लोकांना
माझा बाप महाराष्ट्र राज्य उपाध्यक्ष आहे
तुझा बाप महाराष्ट्राचा अध्यक्ष आहे कोण मनसेवाले अच्छा आणि तू दारू पिऊन माझ्या गाडीवर चढणार गाडी ठोकणार अच्छा तुम्हाला शिव्या देतोयस हा दे शिव्या दे गाडीला ठोकलं तू माझ्या गाडीला का ठोकलं माफ तू आता बोललास माझा बाप कोण आहे मला अरे मी थोडासा परप्रांती लोकांना साथ दिला तर काल 200 लोक माझ्या अंगावर आले आज तू माझी गाडी ठोकतोयस आपल्या बापाची धमकी देतोयस तू मला माफी नकोय तू दारू पिऊन गाडी का चालवतोयस तू दारू पिऊन गाडी का चालवतोय दारू पिऊन गाडी का अरे चल ठीक आहे तू माझ्या गाडीला ठोकलं पुढे तुझ्या गाडीच्या खाली येऊन गेला असता तर
आता जा तू
कुठे जाऊ
उद्या ये एक मिनिट
हा तेवढा कुठला माझ्या ओळखीचा
एक मिनिट एक काम कर
येणं मला ठोकलंय बोलतोय माझा बाप कोण आहे राज ठाकरेच्या घरी जा आणि पैसे घे माझा बाप हा आहे
Now, in a twist, social media influencer Rajshri More has now filed a fresh case against this man, citing threats that she has received over the last 2 days, claiming that not just anonymous sources online, but also from within the film industry, she is getting a lot of threats. We have Rajshri joining us live on this edition. Thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. I want to ask you, already आपके लिए वो पूरा इंसिडेंट बहुत ट्रॉमेटिक रहा होगा और उसके बाद ज़्यादा ट्रॉमेटिक है कि अब आपको धमकी दी जा रही है फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से, बहुत एनोनिमस सोर्सेज से आपको ये धमकी आ रही है. क्या आप हमें बता सकते हैं कौन फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में से आपको ये धमकी दे रहा है और उनका क्या कहना है?
मैं उनको जानती नहीं हूँ. उनका कहना था कि मैं फिल्म इंडस्ट्री से हूँ और आप जो कुछ भी कर रही हो वो गलत कर रही हो. आप हमारे भगवान के बारे में गलत बोल रही हो. उनकी जो लैंग्वेज थी, जो वर्ड उन्होंने यूज किया था, वो वर्ड था कि हमारे दैवत्य के बारे में आप गलत बोल रही हो.
ओके, तो आपको ये सब थ्रेट्स आ रहे हैं और आपने बोला काफी अनोनिमस सोर्सेज से भी आपको थ्रेट्स आ रहे हैं. उनका क्या कहना है कि आपको कॉल मैसेजेस आ रहे हैं इस रिगार्डिंग 2 दिन बाद जब ये पूरा इंसिडेंट हुआ?
मुझे कॉल पे थ्रेट्स आ रहे हैं. मुझे बोला जा रहा है कि लातों के भूत बातों से नहीं मानते हैं और आप हमारे राज ठाकरे के बारे में गलत मत बोलिए. तो मेरा जवाब यही था उनके लिए कि मैं राज ठाकरे जी का सम्मान करती हूँ, मुझे आदर है उनको लेके. माननीय राज ठाकरे के साहब के बारे में मैंने ना कभी गलत बोला है ना मैं कभी गलत बोलूंगी, बट जो मेरे साथ हुआ है मैं अपने लिए खड़ी हूँ.
क्या आपने पुलिस को ये सब चीजें बताई कि आपको ये सारा थ्रेट आ रहा है? पुलिस का क्या कहना है?
पुलिस ने मेरी कंप्लेंट ले ली है। जो आज मुझे कल रात को जो मुझे थ्रेट्स मिले हैं उसकी कंप्लेंट पुलिस ने आज ही दर्ज करवाई है। हालांकि मेरे सामने ही उस इंसान को कॉल किया गया जिसने मुझे थ्रेट्स दिए हैं। वो उसका कहना है कि वो अब मुंबई में नहीं है, वो बोल रहा है कि मैं पूना में हूँ। अब कितना सच है कितना झूठ है वो वही जाने, लेकिन पुलिस ने उसको बोला है कि तुम्हें जल्द से जल्द पुलिस स्टेशन में हाजिर होना है।
एब्सोल्युटली। एंड मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगी आप ये पूरे मराठी लैंग्वेज के विवाद को किस तरह देखते हैं, क्योंकि आज भी हमने मुंबई की स्ट्रीट्स पे देखा कि काफी क्योस था, हंड्रेड्स ऑफ एमएनएस लीडर्स वर देयर। आप किस तरह देखते हैं इस विवाद को? क्या आप समझती हैं कि महाराष्ट्र के लोग ये बात समझते हैं कि ये सिर्फ इलेक्शन से पहले हो रहा है?
मैम मैं नहीं जानती इलेक्शन के वजह से हो रहा है। मैं राजनीति नहीं जानती, मुझे नहीं पता कि राजनीति में क्या क्या होता है। खैर मुझे इंसानियत के बारे में है, मैं इंसानियत के बारे में बता सकती हूँ कि जो कुछ भी हो रहा है मराठी वर्सेस नॉन मराठी, ये सरासर गलत हो रहा है। मैं एक महाराष्ट्रियन लड़की हूँ, खुद मराठी हूँ, उसके बावजूद मेरा ये कहना है कि ये गलत हो रहा है।
एब्सोल्युटली। और किस तरह का एक्शन आप चाहती हो जिनके खिलाफ आपने कंप्लेंट फाइल की है? क्योंकि एफआईआर हो गई है, केस आपने कंप्लेंट दे दिया है, पर आगे जाते हुए इस केस में आप किस तरह का एक्शन उसके खिलाफ चाहती हैं?
एक्शन यही है, लड़के को सजा होनी चाहिए। एक के वजह से दूसरे को पता चल जाएगा कि इतना मामूली नहीं है कि आज आप किसी को भी रोड पे धमका रहे हो, किसी का पीछा, एक लड़की का पीछा कर रहे हो, उसको गालियां दे रहे हो, ये बताया जा रहा है कि हम किस पार्टी के हैं, हमारे पास पावर है, आपको खरीद लेंगे, आपको देख लेंगे। तो हम किसी के नौकर नहीं है, हम हमारा खुद का खाते हैं, खुद मेहनत करते हैं, तब जाके हम खाते हैं। आप कौन हो, कहाँ के हो, क्या करते हो, हमें उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है, लेकिन आपको सजा मिलनी चाहिए।
Absolutely. Rashri, they're demanding action against the accused, but it's very sad, Rashri, that you are being threatened after that incident. But thank you so much for speaking to Republic TV. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was warmly received upon his arrival in Brasilia by a local Batala Mundo band which played the traditional Afro-Brazilian compositions. Prime Minister was seen enjoying the performance, and following this, he interacted with a member of the Indian diaspora as well and attended a cultural performance before commencing important bilateral discussions with the Brazilian president. Watch this. And Prime Minister was warmly welcomed with a powerful rendition of Shiv Tandav Stotra blended with traditional chants from Brazil's indigenous communities, beautifully showcasing the deep cultural ties between India and Brazil. Watch this. Hot off the plate and straight to your screens, here are the top 10 trending stories of the country and across the world. Watch this. Indigo flight from Surat to Jaipur was stuck on the ground for over 1 hour, and thanks to some uninvited guests, a swarm of bees. The Airbus A320 was set to take off at 4:20 p.m. in the evening. However, it could only take off 1.5 hours later. Ironically, 1 hour delay for 1 hour long flight. In a terrifying turn of events, a cabin full of people was swept away like toys down the river in Hill County in Texas as deadly flash floods ravaged the region. The torrential rains that hit the county and surrounding area over a 4th of July weekend turned the river into a raging monster, catching local campers and tourists off the guard. Over 400 emergency responders are now racing against time to search for survivors and provide aid as well. The death toll, we are learning, has risen to at least 82, a grim reminder of the fury of nature.
There's people in it. Oh my God, there's so many people in it. Please tell me getting this on video. Yeah, Kim's over.
GS Roshni, a forest beat officer from Kerala's Puruttupalli range, has now been making waves online for her daring rescue of 16-foot king cobra from a shallow stream. Now, she was seen expertly rescuing the king cobra from a shallow stream using just a snake catching stick. Watch this. Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey has backed a new app called as BitChat that works without any internet. It goes old school as it uses Bluetooth to secure off-grid messaging, and it's all about privacy, freedom, and staying connected even if the internet ghosts you. BitChat also supports Room, an alternate word for the group chat, whose name starts with the hashtags and are protected by the passwords. And TikTok is reportedly working on a separate version of its app for the United States market. This move's come ahead of the possible forced sale due to the ongoing government pressure there. The new app would avoid also reportedly all the Chinese influence as far as this app is concerned. A 2020 photo of New Yorker lawmaker Zoran Mamdani flipping a middle finger to the Columbus statue is now going viral on social media. The bold gesture has sparked political heat and has got the social media buzzing. Critics are now slamming it, calling this disrespectful, but surprisingly, Mamdani stands by it, calling Columbus a symbol of colonial violence. And on your screens are the visuals of Indian Army, BSF, CRPF, Assam Rifles, ITBP, SSB and Jammu Police that stand guard day and night so that every devotee that walks the sacred path of Amarnath Yatra reaches there safely. In a heartfelt video with the Indian Army, Indian footballer Sunil Chhetri has said how he was spotted by the talent scouts. He said, and I quote, "The Durand Cup is where it all began for me."
My first big break came because of Durand Cup. I used to play for a club called City Club.
UP Education Minister has, in fact, Gulabo Devi was injured in a road accident near Hapur. Visuals of that accident are on your screen. Russian Foreign Minister recently addressed the BRICS summit, criticizing the Western countries for their alleged hypocrisy and role in the global instability.
Multipolarity is not a choice, but an objective reality. It replaces the outdated neoliberal model built on neo-colonial practices. The first signs of this model's failure were the economic crises of the last decades. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the numerous shortcomings of the global trade and financial system, accelerated its fragmentation. The erosion of globalization has worsened.
Well, Well, tensions are soaring high on the global trade front as the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has unveiled a sweeping new rounds of tariff on several countries, targeting 14 countries with rates as high as 40%. The list of the countries includes Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Bangladesh, Serbia, and more. And basically, viewers from Japan to South Africa, key US trade partners, have now been hit. The White House has responded to the president's threat of additional 10% tariff on the countries supporting the BRICS anti-America policy. Press Secretary has said that the president believes that BRICS is undermining United States interests and that it is his duty to protect the America. She also added that he would take any necessary action to prevent other nations from taking advantage of the U.S. watch. In fact, have a look at this visual.
Well, the president feels, generally speaking, that BRICS is seeking to undermine the interests of the United States. It's the president's utmost responsibility to put the interests of the United States first. That's how he views his job as president. So he's going to ensure that America is fairly treated on the world stage, and he'll take any action necessary to prevent countries from taking advantage of the United States and our people.
And not just this, ladies and gentlemen, let's tell you about after Pakistan de facto leader Asim Munir, now Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has also nominated Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize. He has announced that when he went to the United States, where he expressed gratitude for America's recent support to Israel amid the rising tensions with Iran. While Trump came close to securing the Nobel Peace Prize during the first term, these fresh endorsements significantly boost the chances of him achieving that long-cherished goal this particular term. On Monday evening, the press secretary stated, and I quote, "In just a few weeks, President Donald Trump has achieved more for the American people than many presidents accomplished in the entire term." Among the accomplishments she highlighted was that Pakistan has nominated President Donald Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize, acknowledging his strong diplomatic efforts that helped avert a potential nuclear conflict between India and Pakistan. Watch this on your screens.
NATO members agreed to raise defense spending to 5% of GDP, a foreign policy feat long thought impossible until President Trump made it happen. The Operation Midnight Hammer obliterated Iran's nuclear capabilities, taking out this imminent national security threat not just to the United States, but to the entire world. The president secured a ceasefire between Israel and Iran, ending the 12-day war. The president brokered a historic peace agreement between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Pakistan nominated President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize in recognition of his decisive diplomatic intervention to prevent a nuclear war between India and Pakistan. Blue-collar wage growth has seen its largest increase in nearly 60 years, and President Trump has defeated Joe Biden's inflation crisis with core inflation at the lowest level since March of 2021. And just about all of that has happened in the last 3 weeks, and I know you all know it because you've been very busy here covering it along with us.
And if that wasn't enough, Donald Trump has gone back to replaying that old worn-out claim that he's been making. Donald Trump is yet again claiming credit for de-escalating tensions between India and Pakistan, clearly turning a deaf ear to India's repeated assertions.
So we did a job with India and Pakistan and Serbia, Kosovo, and Rwanda, and the Congo, and this was all over the list. 3 weeks or so, Marco, right? We did, and others that were ready to fight.
And meanwhile, viewers, while the press secretary was busy showering praises on President Donald Trump, there's a grim reality unfolding in Texas. And while Texas was drowning and 82 people, including 27 children, were killed by the floods, Donald Trump chose to play golf with a Hall of Famer, showing blatant indifference to the tragedy unfolding in his country. And surprisingly, according to, the TrumpGolfTrack.com, Donald Trump has spent 38 of his 168 days in office golfing. And as a run-up to the occasion of the 26th anniversary of Kargil Vijay Divas, the Indian Army paid a solemn tribute to the valor and the sacrifice of the brave gunners by undertaking a historic expeditions on 7 July to Gun Hill, a strategically vital peak recaptured in the Dras sector during the 1999 Kargil Watch. Watch this as I bid goodbye. Coming up next is the debate with Arnab Goswami. Good night.
प्राउडली बताता हूँ कि जैसे आरटी गन फायर करती थी ये पहाड़ी हिल जाती थी।
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
At Amity, we are committed to building a stronger India through world-class education and research to nurture ideal citizens who, together with the leaders of today and tomorrow, will make India a world superpower. Amity University, India's leading not-for-profit private university.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च, देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का। MDH की देगी मिर्च।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
$23 Indians undertaking Kailash Mansarovar Yatra stranded in Tibet due to flash floods. Appeal to MEA to intervene and rescue them. 2 criminals accused of killing Punjab businessman Sanjay Verma shot and killed in police encounter. 1 officer injured. 2 cases of sexual harassment on Bengal's college campuses, one in Sonarpur, another in Howrah. Accused are linked to TMC in both cases. After Arrests self-styled Godman Changur Baba in 100 crore conversion racket. ED steps in to probe conversion module and money laundering case. Marathi language row blows up in Maharashtra. Maharashtra cabinet minister and Shiv Sena MLAs join MNS protest. And Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau submits preliminary report on Air India 171 plane crash to Civil Aviation Ministry.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IAHM.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
Offended by Bharat Mata in Kerala. SFI says Bharat Mata image is saffron push. Is Bharat Mata unacceptable on university stage? Debating tonight at 8 p.m. Changur Baba's palace bulldozed in crackdown. ATS busts Changur Baba's foreign-funded network. Luxury, lies, conversions. Jamaluddin's dark empire. Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Republic Jack Oliver's studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I am Tanisha Avasthi. Let's get started.
From Bengaluru to Thane, a nation divided by speech. Slapgate sparks fresh political face-off in Maharashtra. versus regional identity threatening national harmony, debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the debate tonight at 8 p.m, controversy over Bharat Mata portrait reaches from Raj Bhavan to a college campus in Thiruvananthapuram. At 8:30 p.m. tonight, the big story, a foreign-funded conversion racket run by a so-called Baba who is behind this dangerous ring. And at 9 p.m. tonight, from the MNS using Marathi to find relevance to Stalin using Tamil as a weapon, is the language card the new line of control? So as usual, let's ask the uncomfortable question tonight. What exactly is so offensive about Bharat Mata? A picture was put up in Kerala University, not of a god, not of a political party, not even of a living leader, just an image of Bharat Mata, Mother India, draped in a sari, holding a saffron flag. Now, if saying Bharat Mata ki jai is controversial and displaying her portrait is offensive, what kind of Indian patriotism is acceptable to the so-called left? Should nationalism be stripped of all symbolism to make it palatable to a certain ideology? And what happened next? Protests, outrage, campus unrest. The event was cancelled by a university registrar. SFI activists stormed in, calling it saffronization. And the governor, the constitutional head of the state, was told that a symbol of the very country he serves is somehow inappropriate. These are the same people, ladies and gentlemen, who do not hesitate once before garlanding Karl Marx's portrait and marking his death anniversary of Karl Marx. But they have a problem with the Bharat Mata image, which has been popularized by freedom fighters like Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, who composed Vande Mataram, and Abhinavanath Tagore, who regularly invoke Bharat Mata to inspire unity. Article 19 of the Constitution protects freedom of expression. So why is that? Freedom only for Marx, Mao and Lenin murals, pride flags and anti-establishment graffiti, but not for a culturally rooted symbol like Bharat Mata? Every time you mock Bharat Mata, you mock the memory of those who chanted her name on the gallows. Bhagat Singh, Khudiram Bose, Ashfaqullah Khan, were they communal too? The ones staging protests today show no concern and speak no word of condemnation when the Hezbollah and Palestinian flags are waved on Indian streets, when processions are carried out in the honor of Hezbollah leader Nasrallah. When Owaisi walks into the house of the people and says, Jai Philistine. When the people celebrating India's win in cricket are thrashed and brutally beaten up for celebrating India's victory, these people have not an iota of issue with Muhammad Ali Jinnah's image being displayed on the walls of Aligarh Muslim University, but they label everything saffronization like a lazy shield, an allergy to anything that reflects indigenous pride, native culture, or national sentiment outside the left's curated syllabus. And let me ask the most basic question, is a saffron flag now illegal? Last I checked,
Saffron stands for courage and sacrifice in our national flag. It's the color of monks, of martyrdom, of struggle, and yes, of Hinduism. So what is it that really scares them? The saffron or Hinduism or the idea that nationalism may exist outside their fixed ideological control? So ask yourself tonight, if you chant Jai Philistine in Parliament but cannot say Bharat Mata Ki Jai on a campus, if you can defend the right to celebrate Jinnah but attack those who revere Bharat Mata, if saffron robes offend you more than the red flags of failed revolutions, then this is not about secularism, it's about ideological possession. And we refuse to let that possess our nation. If the Indian Constitution opens with the words, "We the people of India," then why should a symbolic image of India, the motherland, cause outrage? Bharat Mata is not a slogan, not a tool of propaganda. She's the identity, the soul of a nation. She's not a religious icon. She's a symbol of cultural unity, national pride, and civilizational identity. Bharat Mata represents the personification of the Indian nation. If that offends you, then maybe, just maybe, you are not offended by the image. You are then offended, I would believe, by the very idea that India still belongs to her own people. And in that mirror, the problem stares back at you, ladies and gentlemen. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Let's debate.
A picture of Bharat Mata has sparked a massive controversy. It was during an official event held at Kerala Raj Bhavan on the occasion of World Environment Day. The poster irked the left government in Kerala, their ministers boycotting the program.
Is it the color of the flag that is the issue, or that?
No, the symbol itself. Symbol. If you are putting the national flag to this picture, then you insult to the national flag.
But the governor insisting no compromise on Bharat Mata.
We cannot remove Bharat Mata. We cannot remove our Matrubhumi. We cannot keep away. All these are the idols for which we are living. We cannot do away with this.
The controversy did not end with the Kerala government versus Governor showdown. The Students' Federation of India took it upon themselves to protest and create complete chaos in Kerala University campus. They stormed in, pushed security and forcibly barged into the premises. Unruly scenes unfolded in Kerala University.
These are the people who will do namaz-e-janaza for terrorists, who will give platform to Hamas, but they will say if Bharat Mata's portrait is put up, it is a saffron agenda, and therefore they protest and create ruckus for Bharat Mata, but red carpet welcome for Jyoti Malhotra.
The same groups and lobby which do not have problems with Jinnah posters objects to Bharat Mata posters. They look up to Nasrallah and Hani but get offended by Bharat Mata. This lobby silently and openly backs Palestine and Hezbollah flags but get irked by the mention of Bharat Mata. This group uses young students to push their anti-India agenda.
Kerala is a particular state. That is the main thing, because every single person has got his own personal view. In Kerala, more than 80% of people are affiliated to some ideology.
Tonight, the nation asks, why the selective outrage? That too on the symbols of national pride. Why not embrace the national pride? Why give it an ideology lens?
By the way, these left loonies find a lot of comfort and ideological direction in Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So they are fans of Jinnah Manishankar Iyer refers to Jinnah lovingly as his Qaid-e-Azam, meaning that he is the great leader. The left loonies have no problem with the picture of Muhammad Ali Jinnah in the Aligarh Muslim University. They say that he was a life member. The left loonies call him a life member of the Aligarh Muslim University Union. What do you do with the left loonies? Ladies and gentlemen, we have Pula Rao and Ratnaka Tripathi on one side, Sanju Verma and syndicate member of the University of Kerala, Dr. Vinod Kumar TG. Sunny Dhiman is a former leader of the JNU Students' Union. Dr. Vinod Kumar TG, what was this madness going on today on the campus? What were they trying to do? I want to run the pictures. They went totally mad, these SFI members. What were they trying to do? Can you unmute yourself, sir? Can you unmute yourself, sir? Thank you. Can you unmute?
Namaste.
Thank you. Can you put him on air? Thank you, producers. Please. Yeah.
Namaste. Today's incidents were actually, well, it started off quite long back, and today's incidents were, in continuation with the issues related to the university as such, because the registrar of the university was suspended by the Vice Chancellor of the University of Kerala due to his, various, his ways of doing things, which are arbitrary and also, and that's the reason. But all of this started with the University Senate Hall. University Senate Hall is usually rented out even to private functions. So Sri Padmanabha Seva Samiti, a charitable trust, had given 65,000 rupees. 65,000 rupees as rent and rented this particular University Senate Hall building to mark the occasion of the 50th year of emergency declared by Indira Gandhi, and in which our Honorable Governor of Kerala, Rajendra Arlekarji, was the chief guest. And when it was given, the permission was given, and all the people had assembled there. Even the people who had suffered during the emergency also there to be honored there. And just before 3 or 4 minutes of the governor to arrive at the hall, things broke out. And even 1 hour before the SFI, what you are seeing on the screen right now, they were on the streets, they were on the gates, they were preventing the governor to enter. Governor, mind you, the governor of Kerala is also the chancellor of the universities of Kerala. And imagine even the chancellor is prevented not only by the students SFI or the left-wing students union, but also by the DYFA, the youth wing, and also the syndicate member going on to say, current syndicate member of the left wing going on to say that he will not even move 1 inch into the University Senate Hall. That's the way it went. Even a syndicate member. Can you imagine? So he was prevented, despite it was a private function.
So what is the problem they have? What is their basic problem with the fact that the governor garlanded the image of Bharat Mata?
Yeah, exactly. Because the organizers...
What is their stated position? What is their problem with that?
Yeah, because the organizers had put up the Bharat Mata's...
so what did they want? A picture of Karl Marx, is it?
Yeah, maybe they wouldn't have minded even Che Guevara, mind you. And because that's the most popular among them.
No, but they do worship Karl Marx, and there have been occasions where the image of Karl Marx is being garlanded. Now Karl Marx there being turned into a god. Sunny, Karl Marx the god. Now there's a new form of religion which has been started by the left, where Karl Marx is worshipped, Lenin is worshipped, and Stalin is worshipped. They want to put up temples. This is a new Marxist religion. But you have a problem with Bharat Mata. Sunny, this is JNU turned insane. This is what is happening out here. JNU to the power of insanity is what has happened today on the Kerala University campus. Sunny, your take. How is Bharat Mata a problem?
Long time no see, Arnab. Good evening.
Haven't missed you, to be honest. Huh?
Yeah. So we are talking after a long time, and right now I'm in Kerala, fortunately maybe for this debate. And let me tell you what I'm seeing here in Kerala. I'm not from I'm a North Indian, but I've seen that On Yoga Day, I've seen scores of women wearing hijab and burqa doing yoga or International Yoga Day. It is such a harmonious place I've seen in India. It's like amazing space. And the debate and the point which we are discussing right now, I see that this is kind of pushing some nefarious agenda into this very sacred land of Kerala. And let me very specifically tell you, there is no problem with the image of Bharat Mata, which was revered by Mahatma Gandhi, Bose, Nehru, and it was a symbol. It is a symbol of national unity. But the question is, is it procedural outreach? Because
what outreach?
registrar, he has the
what outreach?
Just give me.
What outreach did you say? Just tell me the what.
Procedural breach. Because
what reach?
India's procedural breach.
Procedural breach. Okay.
In India, yes, protocol breach. Please don't disturb me. I didn't disturb anyone. But at the same time, this procedural breach is not as big that he should be suspended. So basically, I'm saying in Kerala that there is a nefarious nexus between the RSS and CPM. What I've seen in JNU, it's been here. So it's CPM, because in 2026 there will be election and Congress might come here this time. So they are in a silent agreement, and that is why they have done this blunder. This is a blunder, and why are we discussing about this debate? Because the registrar is now being reinstated.
But the left loonies have no problem when there is a portrait of Muhammad Ali Jinnah in the Students' Union office of Aligarh Muslim University. That's where the left loonies have no problem. Sanju is on the debate. Yes, Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, I'm going to borrow your phrase. Yes, indeed, the left loonies need to be shown the mirror. I don't understand Bharat Mata ki Jai. Why should somebody have a problem with that? The ridiculous argument from the other side is Bharat is masculine. So why should we use the connotation Mata along with Bharat? I think this has nothing to do with gender. The basic problem with the left loonies is this. They say, why should Bharat Mata be wearing a saffron or an orange sari? Yes, I've heard arguments as inane as that. They question, why should Bharat Mata in many portraits be holding a flag? They have a problem as to why Bharat Mata should be representing India's nationalist agenda. So like Arnab said at the start, Rabindranath Tagore's nephew, Abhindranath Tagore, has categorically in the early 1880s said that Bharat Mata represents our national unity, spiritual unity, political unity, and Bharat Mata is a political icon representing Mother India, who nurtures, Mother India, who takes care of her citizens. Now, if you want to compartmentalize Bharat Mata into a gender-based debate, then you need to visit a shrink, but very quickly, before Ratnakar Tripathi comes in. The CPM
you are holding the constitution ulta. Please put it straight and don't behave like Rahul Gandhi.
No.
Okay.
Listen.
Carry on,
This guy is a left loony.
Sanju.
No, you did not want to be heckled. Now let me finish before Mr. Tripathi comes in. Arnab, do you remember the day? And I was on a debate with you on that particular day on your channel. It was 21st May 2025, just a couple of weeks back. A man called Basava Raju, he was killed. A known Naxalite who was responsible for the killing of 77 CRPF people in Dantewada in 2010 and 22 CRPF Jawans in 2022 at Sukma. And I remember the left loonies on your show said Basava Raju was not a traitor. We should not have neutralized him. We should have held a dialogue with him. And D. Raja said the killing of Basava Raju is extrajudicial. Now it cannot get any worse than that. D. Raja is not a small-time leader. He is one of the tallest leaders of the CPM, as they would like to anoint him. And he says a known Naxalite's killing is extrajudicial. This is the same CPM which broke into two halves in 1964.
CPI, you mean CPI?
CPI and CPM. These are the two sides of the same coin. And I will tell you why. Because Basava Raju was the General Secretary of the CPI and he's been supported by CPM's General Secretary D. Raja. So CPI and CPM.
But the reason I don't take D. Raja seriously, or the Communist Party of India seriously, because there are more people working in the CPI office, Ajay Bhavan in Delhi, than there are voters for the party. But on that note, Pulla Rao, Ratnakar Tripathi.
No, but Arnab, you have to mention
people.
that CPI and CPM are basically two sides of the same coin. Ideologically,
if you want to know about the CPI, I suggest you read the Mitrokin archives to find out how the CPI was compromised by the Russians. Now, my question is, Pulla Rao, listen, Pulla and Ratnakar, let's rev up the debate. See, you people have a soft spot for Jinnah. Somewhere, you have this soft spot for Jinnah, Quaid-e-Azam, a great leader, as Shatrughan Sinha says, part of the Congress party family, have played an important role for the development and freedom of the country. This soft spot somewhere for Jinnah. Remarkable. And Pulla, utter hatred for Bharat Mata. There's something wrong in your thinking, Every time you ask, why are we going to 30%, 25%, 20%, next year 15%, 12%? Because you have fielded a Jinnah supporter in the 2020 Bihar elections. You supported a former Aligarh Muslim University student leader, Dr. Maqsoor Ahmad Usmani. And what was his claim to fame? He protested to support the hanging of Jinnah's portrait. He is a Jinnah fan. So, this contrast, Pulla, love for Jinnah, love for Jinnah,
we have to
love for Jinnah, who called for direct action.
No.
Thousands of people were killed on direct action day. Who peddled the two-nation theory.
Inshallah.
Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah.
Okay. Can you hear me? We have to praise Governor Arleka, an obscure politician from Goa. He has made himself famous on holding on to this. What is the cause? What is his agenda? Why is he doing this? Why is he insulting Bharat Mata? Why has he brought her into controversy? What is his role there? Is this the governor's role? Why aren't senior? Sanju ji, respectfully. Why is the senior most
open debate. No. Vinod Kumar versus Pulla Rao.
Why is the governor on the
Vinod Kumar versus Pulla Rao.
It is a personal agenda.
Dr. Rajendra, our governor never wanted to bring in Bharat Mata to the streets. Never. He worships like he's a nationalist. Like all of us, we all know how Bharat Mata was the idol for the whole nation, for whole of Bharat fighting against the colonialists. So he's a nationalist. So he worships Bharat Mata.
He's a politician. They should withdraw him.
So what is
they
the
should
problem?
take away his mandate. He is the one bringing insults to the constitution and to Bharat Mata. Why should he do this? Why shouldn't he do this in Goa? He didn't do this in Goa. He didn't do this in Bihar. He comes here.
How do you know he didn't do it in Goa?
Khan has a very big figure there.
One minute. Pulla, listen. Pulla, don't give me that very cute argument. Sanju, 1 minute. Give me a moment.
Pulla Rao is making no sense at all. Pulla Rao is so incoherent today. He normally speaks sense, but today he is incoherent.
Sanju, he has no business doing his tricks here. Politics. The governor's role is
I ask you, Pulla, may I just intervene for a minute? Sanju, louder, one voice at a time.
You will say you have a problem with Jai Shri Ram. Then you will say you have a problem with Jana Gana Mana. What is your problem with Bharat Mata Ki Jai?
The governor, other Tamil Nadu governor, he has been chastised, strictured by the Supreme Court. This is not correct. They should appoint governors who are senior, who are sober, who respect the constitution. It is very unfortunate.
If Bharat Mata stands for Sanatan Dharma, this is a 80% Hindu country, and I'm very proud that Bharat Mata represents India's nationalist agenda, represents the Sanatani agenda. Why has it rattled people like you? You support the CPM, you support the CPI, you support Naxalites, who call the killing of Naxalites as extrajudicial killings.
Come here. And he takes a cue. It's very wrong. It's very sad also that you are appointing such governors. There are many, many good people in the BJP. Appoint a more mature man. He's creating controversies. He's bringing disfame. He's bringing disfame to the government. We should not do this. The governor has no role and no business to do such things.
I ask you, sir, not only are you not Pulla, I'm complimenting you. Sanju, I'm complimenting Pulla. I'm complimenting Pulla.
Compliment me.
No, I'm complimenting him because not only is Pulla Rao a hypocrite, but he's a seasoned hypocrite.
No. You're the hypocrite. You should condemn the governor. You're the hypocrite. Why should he debate the constitution?
And not only does he have double standards, not only does Pulla Rao have double standards, he has repugnant double standards. But my question to Ratnakar Tripathi, who's remaining quiet, is this: that Ratnakar Tripathi, hame sab pata hai why you are quiet today, because you know what question I'm going to ask you. You have extrasensory perception. You know that I will ask you that when you support the Hezbollah, when you support the Hamas, when you support terrorists like Hassan Nasrallah, when you support terrorists like Ismail Haniyeh and Yahya Sinwar, right? But you have a problem with Bharat Mata.
Wrong.
But you have a problem with...
Don't act like...
But you have a problem with Bharat
You are
Mata.
having the spirit of late Bejan Daruwala.
No, I'm telling you...
No, please don't predict, don't make announcements.
Is it not true that Congress leaders did not have a problem with posters of Hamas and Hezbollah leaders? Am I saying anything wrong? You have no problem. You have no problem. You have no problem with Yahya Sinwar, Ismail Haniyeh and Hassan Nasrallah's posters, but you have problems with the picture of Bharat Mata.
On the 7th of October 2023 by Hamas.
No, please.
Okay, let him complete now. Ratnakar Tripathi can come in. Yeah, Mr. Tripathi.
Okay. So now you said we have a soft corner for Jinnah. Who has a soft corner for Jinnah?
You and your party, I presume.
Prime Minister and BJP stalwart, L.K. Advani, 4th June 2005. He visited mausoleum of
Sanju,
Jinnah.
let him complete. Let him complete. We be calm tonight. Let him complete.
He wrote there. He is the ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity. So don't tell me who favors or who likes Jinnah. BJP likes Jinnah. He gathers vote for him. Then now let me tell you one more thing. Bharat Mata ki jai. Okay.
Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju. Please, Sanju, please. She can be on air, don't take her out. But I've got to explain to Sanju that, see, Sanju, today we must appreciate that Ratnakar Tripathi has a grievance. He has a persecution complex. He believes I'm targeting him, which I am. But he must be allowed to speak. The more I disagree with him, the more I listen to him, the more I'll hammer him the second time. So please speak. Please speak so I can hammer you soon. Continue, Mr. Tripathi.
This is your show. You can hammer everyone.
No, I hammer people who are against Bharat Mata.
You have a habit of hammering. Now,
that's true. I hammered your leader Rahul Gandhi quite nicely in 2014.
Yeah. You have.
He's still hurting.
You think so that you are so big and have so giant courage that you can hammer anyone. So
I'm not a giant, but I don't carry a Palestinian tote bag.
You invited
like your leader Priyanka Vadra.
Should I speak or not?
Yeah, but I don't make Palestine into a fashion statement like your leaders.
You tell me, should I speak or not?
Yeah, you should speak.
You praised L.K. Advani, who is a Jinnah admirer, and went to...
I have not praised L.K. Advani.
Yeah, you have praised...
He was not hardline enough for me.
I have seen you, sir.
He was not hardline enough for me. No. He should not have praised Jinnah. L.K. Advani made a mistake. I condemn what he said about Jinnah.
You said like this. So I am telling you, who has the soft...
I am not an Advani fan.
No, you were.
No, I never.
No, don't.
I've never been an Advani fan.
No, sir.
I believe what he did on Jinnah was wrong.
Yeah, I know. You believe everything when it is over.
Over?
Now let me tell you one more thing. The yardstick. Let me complete because you won't let me speak then. The yardstick should be same. We have a Bharat Mata Mandir in Varanasi, in the campus of Kashi Vidyapeeth. It has had a huge land. What happened? The Bharat Mata Mandir is literally squeezed.
So for you, the significance of Bharat Mata is based on the acreage of a temple. I mean, what a small mind.
Not for me. I'm saying that the temple has been squeezed and barricaded by the ticket booths.
And how did you squeeze the Kashi Vishwanath temple when Indira Gandhi was in power? सारी जमीन काशी विश्वनाथ के मंदिर की आप लोगों ने हड़प ली थी. बताऊं मैं? पोल खोल दूं? Should I call the poll?
Let me complete. You, whatever you do, whatever you want. Let me complete.
Sanju is saying, Sanju is responding. Sanju.
So you are the last person who should be sitting here and talking about what happens to temples in Varanasi. Prime Minister Modi is the member of parliament from Varanasi, and I think you don't deserve any airtime to be making reckless allegations.
Ratnakar Tripathi on the counter. On the counter, Ratnakar Tripathi.
I want to
so
ask
I'm not
you,
accused of being biased. Ratnakar Tripathi.
Parliament with a palace.
Ratnakar Tripathi.
Do you have a response?
Ms. Rajdhani
If
Express
Priyanka
is
Vadra
on
takes
you.
the support of Jamaat
To decide
Islami
whether I am
for the
getting airtime or not.
elections, yes or no? Has Rahul Gandhi visited the Ram Janmabhoomi temple yet? The answer is no. Has Priyanka Vadra visited the Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir? Yes. The answer is no. Has Sonia Gandhi visited the Ram Janmabhoomi temple yet? The answer is no.
Yeah, how much
Priyanka
time?
Vadra visits the Maha...
Come on, Ratnakar Tripathi, why are you quiet tonight? Sunny, the man is responding. Sunny, yes, Sunny. Sunny's coming in to defend the Vadra family. Sunny, what's your defense, Sunny? Come on, Sunny. Give us your counter.
Yes. I really appreciate this women name Sanju ji.
She's the BJP national spokesperson. Why are you choosing to define her as woman or man? What do you think you are?
No. I really appreciate this women.
No, you can say I appreciate the panelists.
Let me tell you.
Is this what you learned at JNU?
Talking about. This is the Bharat Mata I'm talking about. And give me 30 seconds, and I will tell you how the people the Sanju represent is a fake nationalist. Let me tell you very categorically that the case is dead. We are discussing about this issue today. Himachal had a flood. India is so unequal. India is so unequal that Nitin Gadkari has to talk about inequality. Nitin Gadkari has to talk inequality. But we are discussing about these issues like myth of us.
When Burhan Wani died, or rather he was neutralized, people like you said, oh, what was Burhan Wani neutralized? He was the son of a poor headmaster. People like you have no problems standing in solidarity with Hezbollah, standing in solidarity with Hamas. You have the guts to condemn what happened on the 7th of October 2023 when Hamas butchered young infants in Israel.
Okay, we're closing. Ratnakar Tripathi, we're closing this.
Lectures on nationalism.
And RSS and BJP.
Sunny, Jenny, just say Bharat Mata Ki Jai to square off. Let's all say it together. Let's see who says it. I've
already said it.
Everyone together.
I'm not bothering you.
Bharat Mata Ki.
I have already said
Bharat Mata Ki. Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Don't get out.
Bharat Mata Ki Jai. लखनऊ के चाहने वाले मुर्दाबाद.
Anyway, I'll tell you one thing, Sunny, अपने भाषा पे संयम रखिए. आप ये आपकी JNU की कॉलेज वाली कैंटीन नहीं है, ठीक है ना? और आपने काफी सरकारी पैसे वहाँ पे आपको मिल गए. Thank you very much. Now I'm moving to the second debate now. 100 crore conversion racket busted in Uttar Pradesh. The story English news channels are not reporting, but Republic is. The mastermind, a self-styled Godman called Changur Baba. The UP police begins cracking the whip and has bulldozed the luxurious mansion of this man, Changur Baba. Here are the details of this foreign-funded conversion racket.
In a chilling crackdown at the heart of a sprawling conversion den, bulldozers thundered through Uttar Pradesh's Balrampur. At the center of this biggest crackdown is the mastermind, a self-styled godman, Jalaluddin, called Changur Baba. The sinister network ran by Changur Baba was targeting minors, Dalits, OBCs and women. From a self-styled healer to the mastermind of the biggest conversion racket, Changur Baba's fall exposes a web. What was once the mansion of this alleged mastermind has now been reduced to dust. From an illegal conversion hub to a heap of rubble.
चूंकि ये इतना बड़ा है, जो स्ट्रक्चर बनाया गया है, करोड़ों रुपए का मकान, ये कहां से आया? बाबा जो अभी बाबा बना था, छांगुर बाबा पीर बाबा बना था, उतरौला के लोगों को बताता था कि हम फकीर हैं, तो आज उसकी जो फकीरियत है वो सामने दिख रही है। दिख रहा है कि वो क्या करता था, जो उसका असली चेहरा है वो सामने आ गया है।
Poor laborers, widows and members of weaker sections were the key targets. Victims were lured by financial aid, marriage promises, and the end game was conversion. The money pumped in from foreign shores via Hawala route. Acting on a non-bailable warrant and a rupees 50,000 reward on his head, the anti-terrorism squad arrested Jalaluddin and his close aide Neetu alias Nasreen. The couple allegedly lured 50 people into conversion. As per UP ATS, this nexus specifically targeted the vulnerable.
ये ध्वस्तीकरण की कार्रवाई चल रही है। जो अवैध मकान बनाया गया था उसको ध्वस्त किया जा रहा है और पूरा निस्तारण जो विधिक रूप से कराया गया उसके बाद ये कार्रवाई की जा रही है। उसके अलावा जो भी जहां भी मिलेगा उस पर कार्रवाई होगी।
What you are seeing on screen is not just the rubble, but Yogi government's zero tolerance in motion. This is a crackdown that stunned not only Balrampur but entire Uttar Pradesh. As the dust settles, Yogi government sends a powerful message. Forced conversion will face swift, unyielding force.
Now, Vinod Bansalji is joining us tonight. He is national spokesperson of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. And Vikram Singh, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. Serious matter here, Vikram Singh. This Changur Baba. Now, it seems the industrial scale conversion racket going on. So far, if you ask any Muslim leader, they say, no, we don't convert anyone by force or with money. But this was conversion happening on a mass scale. You have a man, you have his methods, you have a lot of money, you have foreign funding. How has it gone unnoticed so far?
Arnab, good evening. I would say that this was insidious and he was a snake in the grass and got away with his concealment and camouflaging. 106 crores did not drop from heaven. Also, this mansion costing not less than 10 crores did not come straight from the clouds. Obviously, the ATS has done a wonderful job. There was a reward of 50,000 and intelligence also. Neetu and he were arrested. But the fact of the matter is that Hawala, cryptocurrency, and all the zakat money and all the other donations that came from the Middle East were for a sole purpose of conversion and bringing about demographic change. Many congratulations, Arnab, and to your channel that you have exposed the nefarious design of the anti-national. It is not just a crime. It is an anti-national activity, and therefore it should be branded as anti-national. And also, the Act provides for life imprisonment. And life imprisonment does not mean 15 or 20 years. The minimum sentence is 20 years. And life imprisonment for this Baba would mean that he should have his last right performed behind the bars. And I would say, invoke the provisions of the UAPA and the NSA also. You very rightly mentioned, how could this go unnoticed for so long? Let me tell you that we had Thokia and Dadua who operated for 4 decades. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the police also decimated their empire. And likes of him, Arnab, I would like to draw attention and also to the fact that you must expose it is not just one Baba. There are Babas by the dozens right across Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Delhi, and Rajasthan. And they must also be exposed, named and shamed and put behind bars so that this insidious game of conversions, love jihad, and also giving money to entice and ensnare and have a rape case of our innocent young girls so that people don't fall prey. Even if they are unemployed, they don't fall prey to the insidious designs of these such fake Babas. Changur Baba, which means a 6-fingered Baba. The 6-fingered Baba will very well know that when he gets the treatment from the police station, he will come back to his senses and go back to selling, if at all he has the opportunity to sell tabeej and the rigs as he used to do. But he has
why are these Muslim so-called leaders using money to convert is one question. But ऑल्सो विनोद बंसल जी, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने इस पर या समाजवादी पार्टी ने एक भी टिप्पणी नहीं की। उत्तर प्रदेश का सबसे बड़ी खबर है। विनोद बंसल जी, रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी इधर है हमारे साथ, कांग्रेस पार्टी के बनारस से, एक शब्द भी नहीं बोला है। उनको लगता है मुस्लिम वोट बैंक चली जाएगी, यानी कि ये मान के चल रहे हैं कि इनकी जो मुस्लिम वोट बैंक है वो चाहती है कि हिंदुओं का धर्मांतरण हो। ये इनका मतलब अजम्पशन है इसमें। आप ऐसा क्यों मानते हैं रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी? मैं नहीं जानता, मगर इनके चुप रहने के पीछे राज क्या है? विनोद बंसल,
आप मैं क्या जानता हूं ये बहुत अधिक जानते हैं, और मेरा ये मानना है कि मैं क्या जानता हूं आप कुछ भी नहीं जानते। स्टैटिस्टिक्स पढ़िए, मैं सांख्यिकी का छात्र रहा हूं।
जो चंगुर बाबा है
पॉपुलेशन में जिस तरह से आपका कभी भी आप आउट नंबर नहीं।
ओपन डिबेट विनोद बंसल,
40 कंट्री 40 अकाउंट खोल करके 100 से अधिक जो है ना 100 करोड़ से अधिक की मनी को इकट्ठा करना। मैं कहूँगा अभी जो रिटायर्ड डीजीपी साहब ने जो बातें कही हैं बेहद रिमार्केबल हैं और उनको नोट करने वाली है। मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, देखिए यूपी ATS को तो वास्तव में बधाई का पात्र है ही है, लेकिन अब ये जो चूंकि मामला इंटरनेशनल है तो मुझे लगता है कि राज्य सरकार को इस मामले की जांच जो है ना NIA को देनी पड़ेगी, क्योंकि ये ग्लोबल मामला बन चुका है और इसकी जब तक NIA से गहन जांच नहीं होगी तब तक ये सारे कॉन्स्पिरेटर्स को एक्सपोज करना बड़ा मुश्किल होगा। और ये देखिए धर्मांतरण का अड्डा ये तो वो है जो एक्सपोज हो गया। अर्नब जी, हमने पता है कि देश के अंदर ऐसे सैकड़ों अड्डे चल रहे हैं, लेकिन दुर्भाग्य ये है कि देखिए उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर 2019 से एक नया और सख्त कानून बना है धर्मांतरण को रोकने के लिए, और एक सख्त सरकार भी है, कठोर निर्णय लेती है, और एक जांबाज पुलिस भी है। लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी इस तरह के जो अपराधी हैं किस तरह से बड़े आराम से बच के निकलने की कोशिश करते हैं और कैसा दुस्साहस करते हैं कि उत्तर प्रदेश जैसी पावन धरा पर योगी जी जैसे शासनकाल में भी, और आप देखिए किस तरह से जो है ना ये लोग छुपे रुस्तम बनकर के हिंदुओं का चीरण करते हैं। एक और बात मैं बताना चाहता हूं आपके चैनल के माध्यम से अर्नब जी, आप देखिए कि आजकल क्रिश्चियन मिशनरी जो जिहादी हों उन्होंने मोडस ऑपरेंडी बदल ली है। आप देखिए क्रिश्चियन मिशनरी जो है, जो पहले कभी सफेद चोले में हुआ करते थे, गले में क्रॉस लगाते थे, आजकल भगवा वस्त्र पहनते हैं, कंठी माला डालते हैं, मुंह पर माथे पर त्रिपुंड लगाते हैं, और उसके बाद जो है ना वो बम्बोले का नारे लगाते हुए चले जाते हैं और फिर यीशु मसीह का प्रचार करते हैं। वैसे ही जो है ना चर्च के अंदर भी इस तरह की बातें हो गई हैं कि चर्च पहले व्हाइट कलर का और क्रॉस जिसका टॉप में होता था, आजकल वो चर्च भगवा हो गए और उसका नाम हो गया प्रार्थना स्थल, उनका नाम हो गया मंदिर, उनका नाम हो गया कीर्तन स्थल। और इस तरह से भोले वाले हिंदुओं को फंसा करके और उनका चीरण करना, धर्मांतरण करना और इस तरह के व्यभिचार के अड्डों में फंसाने का काम ही नहीं करना। दिल्ली के अंदर भी अभी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री ने जिस विश्व हिंदू परिषद किया था,
I can only say this, Atikur, that I feel a great deal of मुझे बहुत सुकून मिल रहा है। I feel a great deal of satisfaction जब मुझे दिखता है कि दिस कन्वर्जन रैकेट चलाने वाले चंगुर बाबा पे योगी की बुलडोजर चल गई। That's why योगी आदित्यनाथ इतने पॉपुलर हैं,
बिल्कुल,
क्योंकि ये धर्मांतरण करने वालों पर सीधा बुलडोजर चलाते हैं। आप रोते रहिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी चुप रहेगी, आतिकुर रहमान आप रोएंगे, मगर द पीपल अक्रॉस द कंट्री आर सेलिब्रेटिंग। देखिए मैं बताता हूँ, ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय या सिख लड़कियों के लिए 15 से 16 लाख धर्मांतरण के रेट्स, यानी कि ब्राह्मण लड़की को अगर धर्मांतरण हुआ 15 से 16 लाख, बैकवर्ड कास्ट से जो है 10 से 12 लाख, और अन्य के लिए 8 से 10 लाख। This is the rate of conversion.
So cheap.
Yeah, what do you mean so cheap? Can you just mind your language?
So cheap.
Can you mind your language?
अब ये विश्व हिंदू परिषद
Can you mind your language?
को सवाल आप पूछेंगे कि आपने जो पूरे विश्व से चंदा इकट्ठा किया हिंदू भाइयों की और बहनों की रक्षा के लिए, उसके बावजूद ये कन्वर्जन क्यों हुआ?
अच्छा, ये
क्यों इन लोगों को मोहरा बनाया गया आपके रहते हुए? विनोद बंसल जी,
ये आपका दिमाग खराब हो गया। विनोद बंसल इज ऑन द डिबेट। विनोद बंसल,
आपको क्षमा मांगनी चाहिए। अरे पूरे जिहादी कुनबे को माफी मांगनी चाहिए। आखिरकार जमीयत उलमा हिंद कहां छुपा हुआ है? Why you are protecting all those criminals? Why you are going to the court again and again? आप मुझे बताइए, जब उदयपुर फाइल्स का जो ट्रेलर रिलीज होता है तो जमीयत उलमा हिंद 3 हाई कोर्ट बन जाता है, और ये जो चंगुर बाबा जैसे जो है ना, ये जो जल्लाद जो है ना,
आतिकुर रहमान की सुरक्षा में
Atikur Rahman, I have only one question tonight from you. One second. Atikur Rahman, एक आदमी, there is a man. विनोद बंसल जी, आप शांत हो जाइए, मैं इनको हैंडल करता हूँ 1 मिनट. Atikur Rahman, विनोद बंसल जी, मैं आपको इनकी बैकग्राउंड बताता हूँ. आतिकुर रहमान
कैसे पढ़े लिखे लोग हो? आपने पूरे विश्व से चंदा इकट्ठा किया.
और जाकिर नाइक ने कहां से पैसे लिए? जाकिर नाइक ने किससे चंदा लिया? जाकिर नाइक से किससे चंदा लिया?
हिंदू भाइयों की
जाकिर नाइक से किससे चंदा लिया? आपके गॉडफादर जाकिर नाइक ने किससे चंदा लिया? आपने मुझे कहा था जब पहली बार आप टीवी पे आए थे, आपने बोला जाकिर नाइक इज माय गॉडफादर. तो आपके गॉडफादर ने किससे पैसा लिया? अरे यू कैन लिसन. आतिकुर रहमान, आपके गॉडफादर ने किससे पैसा लिया? जाकिर नाइक
कामयाब हुआ और आप फेल हुए.
कामयाब हुआ?
विनोद बंसल
भगौड़ा कहीं का कामयाब बोल रहे हो उसको? फ्यूजिटिव, स्कैर्ड, कावर्ड, उसको आप कामयाब बोलते हो? एक भगौड़े को कामयाब बोल रहे हो?
पंचर बनाने वाला
एक भगौड़े को कामयाब बोल रहे हो? जाकिर नाइक इज अ भगौड़ा. बोलिए, जाकिर नाइक इज अ भगौड़ा. बोलिए,
पीएचपी के पास.
बोलिए.
बाबा हिंदू खरीद लिया.
ऑन द डिबेट, विक्रम सिंह.
Arnab, Zakir Naik is a fugitive of justice and he is rolled up the coward that he is, and he's the biggest coward ever, who collected money from the entire world and the trusting people, and there is no condoning the fact that Changur Baba migrated from Jalaluddin Pir Baba to become Changur Baba to conceal and camouflage his nefarious activities and beguile the Hindu girls and the Hindu families. As Mr. Bansal is absolutely right, and a very pertinent point, that the whole purpose was to change the demography of the bordering area of Utraula and Balrampur, so close to the Indo-Nepal border. And also, the manner in which he was able to build up a support system of advocates and other officers. You may know, Arnab ji, that a wife of a judge happens to be a part of his real estate business. And anybody who dared to oppose Jalaluddin was fixed by false cases in the police station, in the tehsil and in the courts, and he was absolutely bullied into submission. That was the kind of support system that he had. It is not the question of one huge sleeper cell. It is the question of huge alligators who were almost in a slumber, but they woke up and they are awake now very much to prey upon this unsuspecting and the trusting people. And therefore, I would again compliment like Bansalji that the UP ATS and the UP police need to be congratulated, and Yogi ji also for demolishing his edifice of sin and extortion. I would say that this investigation should not only
I think
go
we
to
should
the
all
ED,
support
but
what
to the
Yogi is
NIA
doing.
also.
Yeah, he's doing an amazing thing. That's why you have a problem with Yogi, because he just goes and uses his bulldozer.
Why are you not questioning the VHP?
Ratnakar Tripathi, I used to, whenever I brought this matter before you, you used to say that this does not happen. Conversion does not happen. We've had many debates on the subject.
I never said so. I remember you did it in one debate I think, in September. Let me complete.
Okay, if you believe that there is industrial scale corruption and conversion, then can you tell me why your party...
Shall I speak, sir?
Such a big conversion racket which has been found. Why has not one Congress leader commented on it? एक भी comment क्यों नहीं आई? ये बताइए मुझे.
डॉक्टर गोस्वामी, किसी की कमेंट आए ना, इससे आप कोई अगर कमेंट करेगा तो आप कहेंगे कि वो मुसलमानों का फेवर कर रहा है. आप माननीय
विनोद बंसल एंड रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी, विनोद बंसल एंड रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी, विनोद बंसल एंड रत्नाकर.
अर्नव जी, मेरी बात पहले सुन लीजिए, फिर बंसल जी तो आपके घर के आए.
बंसल जी कुछ कह रहे हैं आपको.
वो वैसे ही जैसे भैंस के आगे बीन बजाने वाली बात है. मैं अर्नव जी, मैं कहता हूँ कि जो प्रश्न आपने पुटअप किया है वो ऐसे ही है जैसे भैंस के आगे बीन बजा रहे हैं. मैं कहता हूं द कांग्रेस इज द पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ द जिहादी एजेंडा. they are not only promoting but fabricating the agenda also. They are giving the cover fire to the jihadi forces. The Congress is the party who is regularly, rigorously exploiting the Hindu sentiments. They have since beginning, since 1947, they have treated the Hindus as a second-class citizen of the country. They have captured our temples. They have attack on our religious mindset, the religious monuments, and they have always cheated the Hindus by way of putting the different type of laws and different type of partiality towards the jihadi community. You see, the community which is the second largest population of the country is being classified as a minority community. Why? Who says it is a minority community? And despite the fact that they are getting too much and more than the majority
there's
community.
Also foreign money coming in. You see, foreign money. There is foreign money coming in.
They are repeatedly attacking us.
And there is foreign money coming in.
खा लिया
Definitely.
आपने अपने पर्सनल इस्तेमाल में ले लिया
रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी
ये हिंदू भाई इतने
बंसल जी
the way the racket has been nabbed it needs to be investigated. Yes.
बंसल जी अगर आप जुगाली कर चुके हैं तो मैं बीन बजाऊं आपके आगे, तो मैं बीन बजाता हूं आपके आगे।
नहीं वो भैंस के आगे बीन बजाने से कोई फायदा नहीं है।
वही मैं कह रहा हूं कि आप अर्नब गोस्वामी को समझ रहे हैं।
आप मत बजाइए बीन बजाना।
आपके आगे मैं बीन बजा रहा हूं।
जो
क्या मात्रा रखी है बंसल जी, चिल्लाना मैं भी जानता हूं,
रखा है
चिल्लाना मैं भी जानता हूं बंसल जी, सुनने का मादा रखिए।
अध्यक्ष जिनका नाम खड़गे है वो भारत माता पर खड़क चलाने को लगे हुए हैं।
14 से 25 तक सरकार आपकी केंद्र में,
खड़गे है भारत माता
से 25 तक सरकार आपकी उत्तर प्रदेश में
चाहते हैं। आप मुझे बताइए आपके पार्टी
का बोलूं कि आप इन्हीं को बोलने देंगे?
अच्छा ठीक है बोलिए, बट
चुप कराइए ना।
मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग नेटवर्क, फॉरेन मनी, इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन, ऑपरेशनल बेस।
डॉक्टर गोस्वामी
अब हिंदुओं का दरबार
8 साल से इनकी
जो चीज आप डिनाई कर रहे हैं वो उसके बारे में पूरी एक्सपोजर हो रही है आज चैनल पे। चंगुर बाबा जैसे लोग हैं भी आप मानने को तैयार नहीं थे। चंगुर बाबा,
विक्रम सिंह जी ने कहा, जीस्ट बोला, हाउ डिड इट गो अननोटिस्ड?
नॉट बाबा एट ऑल।
किसी भी बैंक में अगर आप करते हैं एक अमाउंट से अधिक तो आपको कॉल आ जाता है कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं, और हवाला चल रहा है, बैंकिंग ऑपरेशन चल रहा है, आपके हिसाब से हजारों सैकड़ों हो रहा है, कन्वर्जन हो रहा है। ये सरकार क्या चुप बैठी थी?
सरकार पकड़ रही ना, बुलडोजर चला रही है, आपको प्रॉब्लम है?
नहीं, कब चला रही है? आपके हिसाब से तो डेमोग्राफी चेंज
तो अभी तो पकड़े जा रहे हैं ना, आप लोगों ने पकड़ा दिए इन लोगों को,
पकड़े जा रहे हैं,
आप लोगों ने स्पॉन्सर किया इनको। विक्रम सिंह,
रत्नाकर जी इसमें सरकार की गलती नहीं कि कोई बहुत बड़ा चोट्टा चाल शोभराज का भी बाप अगर आ जाए उसको पकड़ने में समय लगता है। पकड़ा तो गया, इस बात का तो कम से कम बधाई दे यूपी ATS और पुलिस को। आपकी पुलिस है, आपके टैक्स से यूथ की तनख्वाहें जा रही हैं, कम से कम जो पकड़ा तो गया। इतने बड़े शातिर राष्ट्र विरोधी तत्व को आपने बेनकाब किया। और हम क्या कहें, ऐसे लोग जो कहते हैं ओसामा जी, हाफिज जी, उनसे हम क्या उम्मीद करें? आपको क्या मजबूरी है कि इस तरीके के आतताइयों को जाकिर नायक को कहें?
Okay, I have to close this debate, but viewers, I have to close this debate. It's very interesting, but I want to tell you that at 10 o'clock tonight we're expecting a USA-India mini trade deal. That's going to be very interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, 9 o'clock tonight we have the whole issue of language, from the MNS using Marathi to find relevance to Stalin using Tamil as a political weapon. The language card is becoming the new normal when I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
At Amity, we are committed to building a stronger India through world-class education and research, to nurture ideal citizens who, together with the leaders of today and tomorrow, will make India a world superpower. Amity University, India's leading not-for-profit private university.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar. Guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
महाराष्ट्र में किसी भी मोर्चे को इजाजत है, ये लोकतांत्रिक राज्य है, वो भी मोर्चा निकालना चाहे तो परमिशन लेकर निकाल सकता है। मैं महाराष्ट्र के मिजाज को जानता हूं। महाराष्ट्र का मिजाज ऐसा है कि इस प्रकार के प्रयोग यहां चलेंगे नहीं। जो मराठी आदमी है वो बड़े दिल का है।
Now, back to the debate with Arnab.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
Where the software engineer meets the cool UI UX designer, meets the gifted content writer. To create the big dream, the world comes together at Sharda University. So where are you?
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जलजीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जलजीरा जीरा सिप MDH का जलजीरा जीरा सिप।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी। अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने, सब कुछ मजेदार बने। MDH।
From Bengaluru to Thane, a nation divided by speech. Slapgate sparks fresh political face-off in Maharashtra. Is regional identity threatening national harmony? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And now for the nation's sharpest opinion. Mumbai turned volatile this morning once again as workers of Raj Thakre's MNS clashed with the police during a counter rally against protests over the now infamous Slapgate incident, an incident where a food stall owner was assaulted for not speaking Marathi. But it was the BJP's Nishikant Dubey and MLA Nitish Rane who cut deeper, accusing the MNS of selectively targeting poor Hindi-speaking Hindus while staying silent in Muslim localities and elite circles like Bollywood. Across states, language has become a weapon. In Tamil Nadu, a Pune man was punched for not knowing Tamil. So Raj Thakre, who's getting very excited at the support he's getting, must also comment on that. In Karnataka, Hindi speakers are denied parking, overcharged in autos, or sometimes beaten up for not using Kannada. In Maharashtra, MNS workers slap D-Mart workers and assault bank staff for not speaking Marathi. The victims come from different places, but the pattern is the same: intolerance disguised as pride. This is no longer about preserving culture. It is about enforcing identity through fear. And that fear is tearing the nation apart. These people, Raj or Uddhav, they never go to Film City or elite homes. They won't demand Marathi from Amir Khan or Shah Rukh Khan. They only target where there is no resistance. Simple people, shopkeepers, commuters, ordinary citizens. Because they know there will be no consequences. They won't go to certain Muslim majority parts of Mumbai and ask people to stop speaking Urdu. No, they won't, because for them that's a vote bank. From Tamil Nadu to Karnataka to Maharashtra, language is being selectively used by frustrated politicians as a flashpoint. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin knows he might lose Tamil Nadu, so he's warning that the state is ready for another language war over Hindi imposition. The reality is, he knows he's losing. In Karnataka, boards are smashed and buses blackened over language. In Maharashtra, Raj Thakre's MNS's approach to slap those who don't speak Marathi led to violence. What is this approach, Raj Thakre? And I want to ask Raj Thakre one thing tonight. Raj, listen to me. In your home where I have been to, you have a whole room where you have kept DVDs of all the films you watch. Raj, is it not true that 99% of those films are English films? Why do you watch English films and then inside your house, Raj Thakre? Why do you watch English films inside your house and then come out and say that anyone who speaks Marathi, does not speak Marathi, should be slapped? What kind of hypocrisy is this, Raj Thakre? Across states, politics is fueling identity wars, and language has become a trigger. Amidst all the violence and language hatred, what needs to be understood is that Hindi is not a threat. It is not a rival to any regional language. It has never been. It is a unifying force recognized by our constitution as one of the official languages of India. If Uddhav and Raj have such a problem, then let them tell the Hindi film industry to leave Mumbai. Why do they not tell the Hindi film industry to leave Mumbai? Tell them to say that Karan Johar must only make Marathi movies or leave Mumbai. Or Karan Johar should do his films in Marathi. They don't have the guts. You see, Raj Thakre and Uddhav don't have the guts to take on even a Karan Johar. Reality is, Hindi is not meant to replace Tamil, Marathi or Kannada, but to connect people across these linguistic borders. With over 53 crore speakers and growing, Hindi is the bridge between states, the common thread in our armed forces, railways and national institutions. To hate Hindi is not to protect your language, it is to weaken the very idea of India as one nation, many voices. The strength of India has never come from homogeneity. It has come from harmony, indifference. From Tagore's Bengali verses to Periyar's Tamil Revolution, ladies and gentlemen, to Premchand's Hindi stories. This land has spoken in 1,000 tongues but dreamed as one. It is time to stop slapping each other for speaking differently and start listening to what India has always said in every language. Unity in diversity is not a slogan. It's a responsibility. Let's debate.
The language debate has been reignited pan-India. Maharashtra is witnessing a massive political storm around the primacy of Marathi over Hindi in public life. The protests have spilled onto the streets, with several workers of the MNS party being detained today. The rally was staged to counter a protest march by traders from across the state over the assault by MNS cadres on a food stall owner for not speaking Marathi. The linguistic debate continues days after the state government withdrew 2 orders introducing Hindi as the third language. But now, it's an all-out fight that has the state questioning the MNS over taking law and order for a ride.
महाराष्ट्र में किसी भी मोर्चे को इजाज़त है, ये लोकतांत्रिक राज्य है, वो भी मोर्चा निकालना चाहे तो परमिशन लेकर निकाल सकता है। मैं महाराष्ट्र के मिजाज को जानता हूँ। महाराष्ट्र का मिजाज ऐसा है कि इस प्रकार के प्रयोग यहाँ चलेंगे नहीं। जो मराठी आदमी है वो बड़े दिल का है।
Tempers are flaring high.
हमारे पैसे पर पल रहे हो, तुम कौन सा टैक्स देते हो, कौन सी इंडस्ट्री है तुम्हारे पास, और यदि आप में ज्यादा हिम्मत है तो आप हिंदी भाषी को मारते हो तो उर्दू भाषी को भी मारो, तमिलियन को भी मारो, आप जो है तेलुगु वाले को भी मारो। आप जो इस तरह की घटिया हरकत कर रहे हो, और मैंने हमेशा कहा है कि जब अपने घर में हो, महाराष्ट्र में हो, यदि बहुत बड़े बॉस हो तो चलो बिहार, चलो उत्तर प्रदेश, चलो तमिलनाडु, तुमको पटक पटक के मारेंगे।
The raging row over language isn't isolated to Maharashtra itself. In Tamil Nadu, the BJP and the ruling DMK has locked horns. And why so? Because the DMK has repeatedly alleged the imposition of Hindi by the centre.
Third language policy, we have a legislation passed in the State Assembly way back in 1968. That is the law of the state, that we will follow only 2 languages. So that is a law passed by the state. And the subject education is in the concurrent list, and the states have powers to pass laws on that. How can we violate our own law?
The BJP, which has batted for a 3-language policy across the country, has been engaged in a war of words with Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. Meanwhile, in Karnataka, language seems to have become a new line of control. In Bengaluru in June, a shop owner had claimed torture by a man over a signboard that he held in English. Clashes erupted in Belagavi after the alleged torture of a local bus driver who refused to speak in Marathi. And recently, it was actor Kamal Haasan who stoked controversy with his Kannada born out of Tamil comment.
அந்த ஊரில் இருக்கும் என் குடும்பம், அதனால தான் அவர் இங்கே வந்திருக்காரு. அதனால தான் நான் பேச்சை ஆரம்பிக்கும் பொழுது நான் உயிரே உறவே தமிழே என்று ஆரம்பித்தேன். அதில் தமிழிலிருந்து பிறந்தது தான் உங்கள் பாஷையும். அதனால் நீங்களும் அதில் முற்படுவீர்கள்.
From Bengaluru to Thane, India seems to be getting divided by speech. Is regional identity threatening national harmony, particularly south of Vindhyas?
Now, anti-Hindi side, Harish Mohammad Ibrahim, pro-DMK, T.R. Prasad Gowda, Congress leader from Bengaluru, Kishore Tiwari of Uddhav Sena, and Ranjana Nachiyar is a political commentator. She left the BJP on the Hindi imposition row. She's joined Vijay's party, TVK. Kishore Tiwari, are you will you also go to Muhammad Ali Road in Mumbai and slap people who speak Urdu? Or is this only anti-Hindi, not anti-Urdu? Because if you become anti-Urdu, you will lose the Muslim vote bank. Will you go to Muhammad Ali Road? Will you go to Muhammad Ali Road and slap a Muslim man who speaks Urdu?
Arnab, let me clear first. My party is against slapping. And if nobody is speaking Marathi, then he will be slapped. It is not desirable. And
but your party and Raj party are same, no? You and MN, your party has only started this trend. Why don't you slap any rich industrialist who does not speak Marathi? Why catch a poor tea seller, shopkeeper on the road? Do you have the guts to go and slap a big industrialist who does not speak Marathi? You don't have the guts.
Arnab,
फिर चंदा नहीं मिलेगा.
Let me clarify.
No, there's nothing to you people are doing a wrong thing. Anyway, listen to me now. Listen to me. Why don't you tell Karan Johar to speak once in Marathi?
Arnab,
why don't you tell Karan? You are scared of Karan Johar also. You are now scared of Karan Johar. You are scared of me now. You are scared of Karan Johar. Okay, now why don't you tell Javed Akhtar to speak in Marathi? He has lived so many years. Why don't you tell Salman Khan to speak in Marathi?
Very well.
Why don't you? Why don't you?
No,
why don't you? Why don't you tell Dino Moria, your Aditya's friend who's being investigated for the reverse scam, to speak in Marathi?
No,
don't be hypocrite. I'm asking you, no. I'm asking you. Anyway, T.R. Prasad Gowda, my next question is to you. You are from the Congress party. You are supporting the ban. You are supporting the ban. You are supporting the ban on Hindi in Maharashtra. I ask you, the Bihar elections are coming. Satyaprakash Mishra, please ask Mr. Gowda of the Congress party whether his party will be against Hindi in Bihar. They are going to the elections in Bihar. Satyaprakash Mishra, you want to ask the Congress leader, T.R.
Definitely. I don't know where the Mohabbat ki dukan, who runs the Mohabbat ki dukan. Where he is sleeping, I don't know. Whether he is in India or Pakistan, I don't understand. Where Rahul Gandhi is sleeping. So,
Mr. Gowda, one question from JDU to you. There is a Bihar election. I want to know whether the Congress party will be anti-Hindi in Bihar. Because you are anti-Hindi in Maharashtra, can you be anti-Hindi in Bihar? Mr. Gowda, are you anti-Hindi in Bihar? Or are you pro-Hindi in Bihar and anti-Hindi in Maharashtra?
Are you anti-Hindi in Karnataka? You are anti-Hindi in Karnataka, then are you anti-Hindi in Bihar? Are you anti-Hindi? Are you pro-Hindi in Bihar and anti-Hindi in Karnataka? Tell me.
I'm answering.
I think the only language you are for is Italian.
I'm answering your question. We believe in unity in diversity. We believe in unity in diversity, not uniformity by imposition. You please understand.
One minute. Who is imposing? Are you saying?
You will very well understand.
Okay. Viewers, please carry breaking news that the Congress spokesperson says Hindi is being imposed ahead of the Bihar elections. Yeah. Mr. Gowda?
No, we believe in unity in diversity, not uniformity by imposition.
Who is imposing?
Force.
Who is imposing?
Who is imposing? You should tell us, sir. You should enlighten us. Who is imposing?
No,
you should
nobody is
enlighten us.
imposing.
Why
should I enlighten you on something which is a falsehood?
Or giving lot of economic developmental activities.
Why don't all these years, Bollywood should be called Urdu-wood? Bollywood is actually Urdu-wood. There is no Hindi movies. They're all Urdu movies. No problem. I have no problem with any language. But all these words, when Javed Akhtar writes Urdu poetry in Mumbai, when Salman Khan has lived his whole life in Mumbai, has anyone told him to speak Marathi? Anyone go to Amir Khan's house, put everyone on, and said, Amir Khan, why are you making any movie in Hindi? This is Maharashtra, speak Marathi or I will slap you. Do you have the guts to slap Amir Khan?
How do you and me knows? How do you, sir, Arnab
why didn't you go to Film City?
Nobody has told him. How do you and...
No, I don't know. I've never heard them. I have not heard them. I have not heard them.
No.
I have not heard them.
Yeah, no, so many... there are people who have instructed them to talk in Marathi also. They are allowed to speak in Marathi.
No,
they told it.
You are only trying to do this to gain political clout. Ranjana ji, I want to come to you. This is all going on very bad. It's very bad. It's an attempt to divide the country. I want you to debate this with Madhuvanti. Don't you see an attempt to break the country? It's the easiest way to divide people, Ranjana. There's no logic to it. If you want to continue this, you should ask people, why are women being attacked? Why is there so much violence in Tamil Nadu? Why is there a custodial death? Why was Ajit killed in a jail? You will not ask those questions. Why is that? Only bring in the issue of language.
This is not a new fight. This is a fight from 1930s, then later in 1965, and now it is continuing. This language fight is a continuous fight which is happening, and language is not it's an emotion. In Dravidian culture like Tamil Nadu, the states like Tamil Nadu, we can't force language like Hindi, which they don't like it. They don't need it.
Who's forcing, ma'am?
Hindi, we don't need Hindi. If Hindi speaking country,
please answer my question. Who's
Hindi.
Forcing? Who's forcing, Ranjana ji? Who's forcing in Tamil Nadu?
BJP government is imposing.
Where is the BJP government in Tamil Nadu?
BJP government is imposing Hindi.
Who's forcing Tamil Nadu?
BJP government.
National education policy. Have you read the national education
BJP
policy?
Is there in
what is the national education policy? Is there anywhere in the national education policy that Hindi has to be compulsorily studied? Answer my question. In the national education policy, is there anywhere written that the Hindi has to be compulsorily studied?
Madam,
answer my question first.
This is not compulsory. Then okay, let me know.
Why did you say compulsory? Why did you say forcing?
You just hear me
out.
Okay?
Who's forcing?
No.
Use the word forcing. Who's
Madam,
forcing?
I want to learn. Listen to others also, please. You cannot speak like this. Okay, listen to others. When you ask a question, you should give space for the answer. If you don't force, if my child is want to learn Japanese or German or some other Mandarin or whatever other language, do the schools have the teachers to teach other languages?
Do the schools? Okay, I'm asking you a simple question.
Only
your child wants to learn Tamil.
It is
your child wants to learn Tamil. Do your schools have teachers in Tamil Nadu for Tamil? There are no teachers teaching Tamil in Tamil Nadu. 40% of the students are failing in the language Tamil in Tamil Nadu, madam. Get your facts right. National education policy says learn the mother tongue first, learn English second, and then third, learn a language of your choice. You people in Tamil Nadu, you are not aware that even Tamil is not being taught in the schools properly. There are failures close to 40% of students failing in the language Tamil. You don't even have a clue as to what you are talking. And you are coming and telling us that the BJP government is forcing Hindi onto the students all over India.
You should know that
get your facts right.
It doesn't force. You are trying to backdoor entry. BJP tries for a backdoor entry. And BJP
who's giving a backdoor entry? Okay, please tell me, in the movie Jananayagan, is your hero Mr. Vijay going to dub the film in Hindi or not? Yes, of course. If they want, they will dub in Hindi.
You tell me, will he dub it or not? Answer my question. You don't seem to have straight answers to my straight questions. Is Hindi rights going to be sold for Jananayagan or not? Or is Vijay going to say, I am going to support only Tamil and not sell the Hindi rights of Jananayagan? Tell me. Is he going to cancel selling the film
it is not
for Hindi
in the hands of actor Vijay. Okay, it is the hands of the producer. If they wish to release in Hindi, they will dub in Hindi. If they wish to dub in Korean language, they will do it in Korean language.
You are standing here on behalf of TVK and you are saying BJP is imposing Hindi. So I am asking you a simple question. Will Vijay decide not to sell his Hindi rights of the film Jananayagan? You don't have an answer. Similarly, you didn't have an answer when I asked you who is forcing Hindi. You don't have an answer. You just want to talk the language of the DMK. I do not understand. You are trying to politicize a language affair. More languages learned are better for your children as well as my children. You don't seem to understand that. You don't have an answer. You just want to keep saying that.
Tamil. We have many other...
That is what I am asking. How many teachers are there for Tamil? There are 45% of students are failing in Tamil Nadu. Give me an answer for that. Why hasn't that been corrected? You're talking about Chinese, Mandarin, German. Answer my question about Tamil. 45% of the students are failing in Tamil Nadu. Where is the correction?
Madam, you itself have told. Madam, you have itself told Tamil is very weak. Then why we need another one language?
Who is forcing you? Nobody is forcing you. You're the one who said you need Tamil.
Then why do we
But I am saying even for Tamil there is no teacher.
You just answered this only one question, Madhuvanti.
Ranjana, I asked you a question. Ranjana.
Madhuvanti, I want you to answer one question.
Okay, continue. One question to Madhuvanti.
If we are weak in Tamil, our mother language, how can we expect to impose another language? You let me know.
Who is imposing?
If we are weak in our own mother language, why do we need another language? You told
God, Arnab ji, can somebody please explain
Okay, I'll explain something to you. I'll explain something to you. Ranjana, just listen to me.
Yes.
Listen to me.
Yes, Ji.
See, today you are saying that it's okay if people who don't speak Tamil are beaten up in Tamil Nadu, if people who don't speak Kannada are beaten up in Karnataka. It's okay if people who don't speak Marathi are beaten up in Mumbai. A little bit of beating up is good because this is the only way to make the local language become strong. Okay. Now suppose, Ranjana, you go or your family members go to Delhi. Okay.
Suppose Punjab.
Suppose somebody, or you go to Punjab. Okay. And you start speaking in Tamil.
Yes.
You meet a group of people who are Tamilians, you go to a restaurant and you go out there and you're talking loudly in Tamil. And suppose somebody comes and starts beating you up.
Okay.
And they say, why are you beating us up?
Okay.
They say, because you are in Punjab, you should speak Punjabi. You're trying to impose Tamil. Now I'll give you an example. See, what happens is, there is a city called Belagavi in Karnataka. Right? It is a large Marathi-speaking population. It's on Karnataka-Maharashtra border. You know what happened? It's in Karnataka. There is a KSRTC bus conductor. There are some Marathi-speaking people in the bus. They ask for a ticket. The ticket conductor says, I speak Kannada, I don't understand Marathi. The people get out there and they beat up the bus conductor. And they say, don't you know? You may be in Karnataka, but there are more Maharashtrians, sir, Marathi speaking, we will beat you up. Do you understand the logic? And I'll ask you one question today. See, Raj Thackeray is such a hypocrite. I can tell you one thing, and Raj Thackeray can tell me if it's... When I was in Mumbai many times, I used to go to Raj Thackeray's house, pre-interview, before interview. So he used to smoke a lot, inside a room full of smoke, full of so much smoke. He was such a chain smoker, Raj Thackeray. I hope he's changed his habits right now. He's taking care of his health. And so in his room, there's a big TV screen, like a big computer screen, and on which he watches movies. And I can tell you, Deepak, this whole room is full of cigarette smoke and DVDs. This I'm talking about 10 years back. And 99% of the DVDs are only English movies. So I'm thinking, what a hypocrite. You're slapping everyone saying only speak Marathi, but inside your own house, you're only watching English. and Raj Thackeray, if you have the guts, tell me I'm wrong. I want Raj Thackeray, next time he goes on a public speech, he should say, I only watch English movies. Why? You got an English complex? This is all hypocrisy. These netas are all hypocrites. All hypocrites. Deepak.
Yeah. Deepak. Arnab, let me add one more point. If you look at all the leaders who talk about language, you'll be surprised that their children, all of them have gone to English medium schools and not the native language schools. I mean, this is something what we can verify and check. But let me start off by saying our country is a beautiful mosaic of more than 121 major languages and 19,500 dialects. So this is the diversity what we should be, cherishing and not, going down to such narrow-minded behavior. But I would like to draw a parallel and also an example of Andhra Pradesh. If you see Changur Baba Naidu ji, he clearly said, what's wrong with learning one additional language, Hindi? So that would give us better opportunities for our kids to go work in other parts of the country. So this is the spirit what a political party should have. We should embrace, other languages. There's nothing wrong in that. And Telugu state was the first state which was formed on linguistic lines in 1953. But after that, we never go down to such narrow-minded politics. We are focusing more on development. And this is an example what other states should draw. But if you look at the Tamil Nadu example, DMK came to power in 1967, and other political parties are now drawing line because using the language is a good cow to milk, and they're feeling it's a successful model that they can.
I also want to ask here. Harish is there.
What's interesting?
Arnab, you will debate with Harish next.
I would like to point out one other thing. The narrow-mindedness what some of these things can go. When Telangana was being formed, although it is a Telugu-speaking state, some of the politicians started talking about a difference in dialect. So politicians use this only for their political benefit, and this is what the larger people in India should understand. Yeah. And in the case of Maharashtra now, there are certain politically unemployed people, I don't even want to name them, and they're doing all this drama just to keep themselves afloat and not dying out. And this is a fact. What if, I have a straight question, the 27 other states in India target Marathis in all other states, is that justifiable? What if we hear Azan 5 times a day? I mean, are these guys going to go and attack the mosques tomorrow saying that they're talking in Arabic in Azan and they need to speak in the same language again? I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I strongly feel these are goons and they should be treated like criminals and prosecuted. India belongs to every Indian. The citizen has the right to speak whatever language he wants and go to any part of the country with dignity. So this is something which has to be clear, and this kind of a political dramas are only for keeping their political agendas afloat from dying out. These are my opening comments, Arnab.
Yeah, and Harish, it's strange, you are saying that now Hindi should be stopped. Now, tell me, shouldn't you start with English? English is a foreign language. Start with French. So many DMK leaders, their children are learning French. You know that? They're learning Spanish. They're studying in France. Their DMK leaders are running very, very elite Hindi schools. In fact, they are running CBSE schools where Hindi is taught. They are employing DMK leaders' families, Harish, they're employing Hindi teachers. I don't understand. You will use Hindi to make a business, but you'll target Hindi. Now you'll beat up Hindi-speaking people in Chennai. Is this good? Good for the culture of Chennai, for the reputation of Chennai? You think this is good? You really think this is good? You will attack Hinduism, you will attack Hindi. What do you want? What do you want?
Okay, you give me uninterrupted 1 minute, I will say what we want.
Yeah, what do you want? But answer the question on English. Should you start with English or Hindi?
Of course, I am starting with English.
Why don't you ban English?
Language. No, if you give me 1 minute.
Why don't you ban English first?
Then I can speak, or otherwise I will keep mum.
I will give complete time. I will tell you, see, listen to me. It's a question to you. I am saying, why are you starting with Hindi? Why don't you say, let's start with English? Let's ban English.
I'm so afraid for you to say that 1963, the Official Languages Act, which has been enacted in the 8th schedule, is not aware for a journalist like you. Because the first language Hindi and the second official language of English has been scheduled in Article 343 to 351, which you are not aware of.
I am very surprised that you are talking about the 8th schedule, which recognized 22 official languages, showing that Hindi's role is unifying, not dominating. No, one minute. You must also therefore tell me here, since you are trying to teach me the law, and Harish, you know this one thing before you came on the program, that I am the best informed journalist in decades on Indian television, and I'm asking you today that
how you break the promise of entering into Raj Thackeray home and speaking about his personal of smoking in the national television.
So what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? No, there's nothing. I mean, why are you defending Raj Thackeray? You're going to join his party? I'm saying Raj Thackeray watches English movies at home and tells people outside, if you don't speak Marathi, you slap them. What's wrong?
Yeah. One second, give me a second.
My question to you is simple. What is Article 343 of the Indian Constitution, Harish?
Let me answer to it.
Yeah,
Let me answer to it. 343 to 351 has classified the linguistic pride of each and every citizen of this country. And you don't have for our Tamil people, we have enacted a law of two-language policy, which was way back in 1967. And we have proved that that we are number 2 in whatever the economical index, whatever the index you want to speak, we are number 2. And
who are you competing with?
Indexes, we are number 1.
Who are you competing with? What is number 2, number 1? We are all united. Stop doing a number 2. You are number 2. I am number 7. You are number 11. What is this language, Harish?
Arnab Goswami, let me clarify to you. We are not against anti-Hindi as like you proclaim. We are not anti-Hindi. We are anti-Hindi imposition. We are against the imposition of Hindi.
Yeah.
Madam Madhuvanti is straight away asking who does the impose? Madam doesn't know that Kendriya Vidyalaya is there for 53 schools in Kendriya Vidyalaya. There is not even one Tamil teacher in the native Tamil Nadu. There are 19 Sanskrit teachers and 53 Hindi
There are Tamil teachers in Kendriya Vidyalaya. You are lying on national television. I can prove to you that there are Tamil teachers in Kendriya Vidyalaya. Do not lie on national television, Harish. You know me very well. Do not lie on national television. There are Tamil teachers in Kendriya Vidyalaya. Every single school in Tamil Nadu in Kendriya Vidyalaya has Tamil teachers. I can prove to you. Do not lie on national television. Don't try your lying tactics. This is Republic. This is not some other channel where your lies will be accepted. This is Arnab Goswami's channel. You cannot get away with lying on national television.
Just tell me one thing. Harish,
Do not lie.
Harish, listen. Harish, 1 minute. Harish, 1 minute. Just Harish, 1 minute. Harish.
I am not lying. I can prove my fact. You are lying as you always do. DMK knows how to lie and get away with lies. Do not lie. Kendriya Vidyalaya has Tamil teachers. You tell me, do the state schools have Tamil teachers? With very due respect to you and your government, do the state board schools have Tamil teachers? Can you refute that 45% of the students have failed in Tamil? Refute, tell me, answer my question. Answer my question. Why is the first family running CBSE schools? Why isn't the first family not imposing two-language policy? Why is the first family running CBSE schools? You have no answers to any of this, Harish. Don't try your lying tactics here on this channel. It will not work. I'm very sorry, it will not work.
I tell you this. See, what happens is, it's only, listen, Harish, just first of all, listen to others, right? Listen to others. The fact of the matter is, listen to others. And I'll tell you this, Harish, I'll tell you this. Long time back, Kamal Haasan made a movie. Or he acted in a movie. Now, just be quiet for a while, listen to the full statement, all right? Now, Kamal Haasan's movie is about how language should not be dividing lovers. Two lovers. Rati Agnihotri speaks only English. Only Hindi, and Kamal Haasan does not speak Hindi at all. Film called Ek Duje Ke Liye. Understood? So that is how he starts his career. Then unfortunately he becomes a politician, and then he becomes something worse than a politician. Harish, you know what that is? A failed politician.
We are aware of
He becomes a failed politician. He becomes a failed politician, and since you listen to me.
You are not at all understanding.
Listen to me. Let me explain it to you. Let me explain it. I'll tell you why I used to respect Kamal Hassan. I still like him as an actor. He's great in Velu Nayakan, but he's a terrible politician. Once I called him for a program of mine called Republic Summit. I'll tell you, I put him with Smriti Irani. He was fumbling, mumbling, looked down, looked left, could not handle it, and got beaten black and blue intellectually by Smriti Irani. Then I realized that he's only good for reading written scripts, because like most actors, he cannot speak extempore. Now, Harish, my point is, listen, don't start the up and talk, don't start the up, down, you are number one, I'm number three, Bengalis are number four, English speaking are number one. What is all this? You tell me. I believe all across the country we must stop this. You know, nobody's going to like it. You want me to open the lines? People in Tamil Nadu don't like it. Don't divide the country. Don't divide Tamil Nadu from India.
No one doesn't.
Don't divide Tamil Nadu from India.
We are the most inclusive state. We have.
You are more influential. I am less influential. Why do you use these words? So, by saying you are most influential, are you saying people from Manipur are less influential? How do you define influence? How do you define influence? Number of PhDs you produce?
Arnab, please listen carefully.
No, why do you say things like this? We are more influential. Maharashtra is less influential. Jharkhand is less influential. Is this right? This language. What is this?
I must tell you one thing.
Don't be parochial.
The debate is going. Come on, give me a chance to speak. You know, the Hindi was the language for the freedom movement. All the slogans were coined in Hindi. Bharat Chodo. Okay? Understand this. It is the heart of India. Don't play game over the heart of India. Definitely every language has been protected and respected by every culture. But it should not be forced. But what is happening, the two lumpen politicians, loser lumpen politicians, have joined hand to target the Hindi heartland people. This is absurd in the name of democracy, and they run, they every time show the Constitution of India. Every time they carry the Constitution of India. Why Congress party is so silent when the Hindi heartland people are being targeted in Maharashtra? We respect Marathi. Why don't Raj Thackeray change his name? Raj is a Sanskrit word. Its roots in Sanskrit. Uddhav is a name in the Mahabharata. Change your name, brother. Go to any language and ask any, intellectual of the words, give us a name. Change name, Raj Thackeray.
Uddhav Thackeray responding to you.
Must change name.
Uddhav Thackeray party.
His son studied in the English medium, opted for French as a, German as a language to learn, and they provoke and force other language. This is absurd. This is hypocrisy. What is happening in India now, Arnab, that they, in the name of language...
But what Nishikant Dubey said is also not right. What Nishikant Dubey said is also not right. Ki patak ke marenge.
And one guy from Bihar was killed in Maharashtra's bus by the Congress government. So what Nishikant Dubey has said, it was an out of emotion. I understand he doesn't mean that. But now what is happening, if you kill our people, definitely reply will be proportionate. And understand, Mr. Raj Thackeray, please change your name. It is Sanskrit and Hindi.
Okay, Uddhav Sena's from Mahabharata. Kishore Tiwari is responding.
I'm telling you, Arnab, we are respecting Hindi, but those who are in Maharashtra should be able to speak Marathi.
Should be able to what? Why you are forcing?
Desire.
We love Marathi. We don't hate Marathi. We love to learn Marathi, but if you force that, this is not good for Indian democracy. Why every time you carry Constitution in hand and destroying the Constitution in very heartland of Maharashtra? Why this is so? We respect Shivaji, we respect Marathi culture, we love Marathi movies even. I personally love it. But Raj Thackeray doesn't love Marathi movies as far as Arnab.
We will kick him like a football.
Hey, come on.
Nishikant Dubey or Nirwa or anybody can come to Mumbai, we will kick him. We will kick him like a football. We
this
want
is the culture you want to follow. That you
those
want to
who are
throw
earning
other
the money
people
should
from your
speak
land.
Marathi.
This is your
Though he
dividing
should
India,
speak
not
Marathi.
uniting India.
No, I ask you this, Kishore, 1 minute, on a serious note. On a serious note, you're damaging Mumbai. You're damaging Mumbai. Let me tell you why. It used to be the financial capital of the country. The way it's losing its position is not good for Mumbai. All these foreign investors, they come.
It is due to Amit
All the
Shah
foreign
and
investors,
Modi.
you can't take your position in
We are
today's
losing
digital world for
financial
granted.
importance
If you
due
say
to-
that you don't speak Marathi,
due
then
to
go to the
the-
foreign investors,
due
slap
to
them.
Amit
Why don't you
Shah
slap all these
and
foreigners living in Mumbai because they
We
don't
are
speak Marathi?
We are losing our financial importance because the capitals are being
No, you are losing.
shifted to Ahmedabad. They are being
No,
shifted
nobody's
to
shifting
Ahmedabad.
because the moment
It is due to Modi.
capital.
It is due to
Arnab ji.
Narendra Modi
Arnab ji, can I-
and
They
Amit
didn't
Shah.
choose any actor
God,
in the
there
Bal
they start
Thackere's
the
movie
anti-Narendra
from the
Modi
Maratha
rants
act.
now.
You know,
Manu
they
Saputra
chose one of
now
from
has taken
UP.
place.
What is he saying?
The new era has come. Arnab, the new era has come.
The new era has
You
come where if you
are
don't speak Marathi, you can't stay in Mumbai.
Maharashtra only.
But I'll tell you one thing. I asked Raj Thackeray questions in Hindi.
Mumbai only.
I asked Raj Thackeray questions in Hindi.
You are.
I have interviewed. I have. By the way, Kishore Tiwari, Kishore Tiwari. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Kishore.
You are defame him. You are exposed
Arnab
his
ji.
personal life. That is very bad.
Kishore, I have
Arnab,
interviewed
I have taken
interviewed
you to
Balasaheb Thackeray ji in
But
English.
I have taken you
I
to
have
Taloja
interviewed
because you are crossing
I have
the limit.
interviewed
You
Balasaheb
always cross the limit.
I have interviewed
This is the
Balasaheb
personal
Thackeray in
life.
English.
You have gone into the personal life.
No.
of
I have said I've
public
interviewed
leader.
Balasaheb
This is
Thackeray in
very
English.
bad.
Is that wrong?
I will take him to the court of law.
No, you
Then
take
I
me to
will
the
take
court of law,
consequences.
but why? Because I said Raj Thackeray watches English movies. You'll take me to court of law.
No, he is a child spoken and all these things.
What?
Arnab, I already sent you.
Okay,
the
that's
Taloja.
fine. That's a
Next
joke.
time-
My
next
point
time
is, but I have interviewed Balasaheb Thackeray in English.
Very good room for you.
I have interviewed Balasaheb Thackeray in English.
Arnab, this
But
is
do you
very
understand
bad.
that he
You
was
are
not?
going
No,
for
why,
an interview and
Kishore?
going into
Kishore,
the
I don't have time to waste
Arnab,
over.
you are going
I don't
into
have
the
time to waste over frivolities
very
with
bad.
you. Frivolities
Arnab,
with you. I wish
Arnab,
I had
you are
time to
going
waste
into
for
the
frivolities
bedroom.
with you.
That is very
Arnab ji.
My question is,
Arnab ji.
don't do
Arnab,
this.
you
Arnab
should
ji.
not speak on
Arnab ji.
Don't do this.
Arnab
Don't
ji.
do this.
Public life.
Arnab ji.
Kishore, stop issuing threats to me. No, I
Arnab ji.
for your threats. Yeah.
Arnab ji. Arnab ji.
Mr.
Arnab
Gowda, Mr. Gowda,
Arnab ji.
Bangalore is also a
Arnab ji.
cosmopolitan city. You are not doing
Yeah,
it to
can I-
Bangalore.
Sir, yes, sir. Can I make my statements?
Say it.
Language, Arnab ji, language is not just a media of communication. It represents the regional tradition, history, the traditional history, and their feelings also. And why all these things has happened, Mr. Arnab ji, in the state of Maharashtra, government issued a GIA that the school children should study from first standard itself in the and along all the three languages they imposed from first standard. When there is a first standard, the children are not able to understand the mother tongue itself. How they will understand other languages? Now they have removed it. Why this urgency? Arnab ji, you tell us. Now here in Karnataka, from 5th standard, we made it a mandate. Anybody can study the third language of their own choice. First language is mother tongue, second language is English, third is of their choice. From 5th standard. But
Yeah,
here
so
in
language
Maharashtra,
policy is
they have
working
issued
fine
it
for you.
From first standard itself.
But listen to me. I need you to tell me. You
No.
support.
And now Maharashtra government removed it.
Mr. Gowda,
After the fight.
Mr. Gowda,
This Maharashtra government removed it after the fight.
Your party is going to elections.
No, I'm
in
telling you
Bihar.
the root cause. Arnab ji. No. Maharashtra, why this Galata is happening?
Nobody can become tomorrow Einstein by forcing such
I ask you one thing. Listen to me.
They have introduced three
Mr. Gowda,
languages
can you
from the first
Mr. Gowda, 2 minutes, please.
Yeah.
See, Mr. Gowda, all of this is hypocrisy. I'll tell you why. All you people, who do you bully? Poor people, migrant workers, laborers, tea stall owners, shopkeepers, you bully. Okay? Why don't you do one thing, Mr. Gowda? Why don't you stop anybody who does not speak Kannada from playing in RCB? Why should you, RCB anyway you are using for politics? Royal Challengers Bangalore. Why should non-Kannada speaking people play for a IPL team that has the name of Bengaluru? Why should, and equally, why should everybody in Mumbai Indians not be a Marathi speaker?
Arnab,
why do you allow non-Marathi speakers to play in Mumbai Indians? Similarly, this I think this team also, you know, the Chennai Super Kings
we are very
should also
sober.
be people from only speaking in Tamil.
570.
Why should non-Tamil speakers be playing in Chennai?
570
Why are you asking?
R&D labs
Why is Mahendra Singh Dhoni? Why somebody will ask you? 1 minute, Harish.
That way we are very sober.
Why is Mahendra Singh Dhoni playing for Chennai Super Kings when he does not speak a word of Tamil? Have you ever heard Mahendra Singh Dhoni speak Tamil? But you let him play in Chennai Super Kings. So which means all this chauvinism and parochialism is only for poor people, not for superstars and celebrities.
They don't dare to challenge them.
Arnab,
Yes, Harish.
we are not against.
Yes, Harish.
We are not against anyone learning any language.
Now you're changing your line.
Because, hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, Arnab, we are not against anyone learning any language. And you know one thing? In India, we have the highest Hindi Prachar Sabhas in Tamil Nadu. So you please make sure that we are not against learning any language. We are against only imposition of any language for that matter. Be it Hindi, be it Sanskrit, or be it whatever the language you try to impose in people of Tamil Nadu.
Would you say the same for Urdu, Harish?
Nobody imposed.
Would you say the same for Urdu? You have Urdu-speaking schools in Tamil Nadu.
You can point me
Would you
towards
say
my
the same? You are
identity.
only talking about Hindi and Sanskrit.
I am including Urdu. I am not religious fanatic
just
like you.
included
I am
after I
including
asked you.
Urdu.
Your first
I am
statement was
including
not that
Urdu,
your first statement
Hindi,
was
Marathi,
Hindi and Sanskrit very conveniently.
You leave the choice to the people of Tamil Nadu. Let them.
That is what
I ask you.
education policy is all about.
We are not here to.
That is what the national education policy is all about. The choice is left to the student to study. You don't seem to understand that because you are all so straight thinking.
Okay, I ask you people, I'm going to ask two questions now to Uddhav Sena spokesperson Kishore Tiwari. Everybody please watch. Kishore.
Yes, Arnab. You are beloved one.
Now listen to me. When is the Marathi Bhasha Gaurav Din?
Marathi Bhasha Gaurav Din. It is on 5th of March.
Oh God, it is on 27th of February. This man knows nothing. You have exposed him so badly right now. He does not know Marathi Bhasha Rajya Din. You should quit politics. Anyway, oh God, he did not know the date.
Arnab,
I can't believe this man. I cannot believe this man. Marathi Rajbhasha Din commemorates the birth anniversary of Marathi poet Vishnu Vaman Shivatkar. You don't even know that and you're talking on my program. I have more respect for Marathi culture than people like you. You are a fraud. I have just proved that you are a fraud.
And you are.
So be careful when you speak to me. Be careful when you speak to me. He does not know. He does not know a date.
Ask Maharashtra Day.
He should be thrown out of politics.
When was the Maharashtra Day, Kishore? Respected
Maharashtra Day?
Yeah.
Oh, it is the International Labor Day also. Maharashtra was formed on 1st of May. You know it.
But he did not know. He did not know Maharashtra Bhasha Gaurav Din. Marathi Language Pride Day. He did not know this man. See, Harish, that's what I'm trying to prove to you. Like I said, Kamal Hassan is a fraud.
You know Kalelkar. No. You know Swatantra Veer Savarkar.
No, it's.
You know.
Yeah, I am a fan of Veer Savarkar. You have a problem with that? Huh? You were
Arnab,
also a fan
Arnab,
earlier. You were also a fan before you joined Congress. Before you joined Congress.
Only Taloja jail.
I know Taloja jail very because I came out very strong from Taloja jail. You are still scared of me, is it?
Arnab, you can ask
Weak
me
people.
any question.
Weak people.
But I know.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing.
I know.
I'll tell you one thing. Just remember one thing. Remember one thing always. There is only one man in this country. One man. Always remember before you keep quiet. I'm telling you something. Only one man in this country who has beaten Congress in court, Shiv Sena in court, Mamata Banerjee in court, and that man's name is Arnab Goswami. Remember that every day. I have beaten all you people properly where it matters in courts of law. So chup rehna, mere samne zyada mat bolo. I don't give a damn for your political parties. Now be scared. I have more lawyers than all parties put together. We are a bigger network. We are more popular base than all these political parties. We are bigger and more popular than your political parties. You know that. Republic is more popular than a political party.
You left Mumbai
Republic
because of our...
Wait, I'm coming back with a Marathi channel also now to teach you a lesson. I'm coming back with a Marathi channel to teach you a lesson. I'll teach you a lesson with Republic Marathi. Don't give me anything. You did not... बाप की है? नहीं, एक मिनट, ये सब मत बोलिए. किसी को भड़की... I'm saying, I want to go to Ranjana. Ranjana C. Ranjana, we can... Ranjana, given the history of the Tamil religion, Tamil culture, Tamil history, and the way Tamil culture has gone beyond our borders, the incredible thing about Tamil culture, as you know, it is one of those cultures which historically through medieval and pre-medieval times, ancient times, has not just taken trade across the borders to Southeast Asia, but religious and language influence. So you should not... See, Tamil went to other countries. They embraced the best of Tamil culture. So I think this is not good for Tamil Nadu.
That is the reason BJP is trying to kill the Tamil language through all kinds of imposition.
You have no right to say.
See, BJP, see, one minute, I would like to mark a statement. Why BJP want to impose, let Madhuvanti stop when others talk.
Okay, you
see,
speak.
BJP is trying to impose Hindi on poor children. Why? Why? They can impose on their BJP leaders.
Yeah, and the first
Does all BJP leaders speak Hindi? Do they have the guts to slap them? Do they have the guts to slap them if they don't speak Hindi?
Arnab ji, what is she saying? She's not making any sense. Can somebody please tell me what she's trying to say?
Hindi?
Slap whom?
Slap who?
Let her speak sense. She wants Hindi to eat pani puri. She can speak more sense.
Yeah, I do.
She wants Hindi to eat pani puri only. Okay, she can talk more sense. So let her speak.
Yes, I can. I certainly can.
Listen.
What is it that you're trying to say? First, be clear on what you're trying to say.
Yeah, please. Please, madam, talk sensibly. Please, madam, talk sensibly. Not eating pani puri. You have told in the media that if you want pani puri, if you want pani puri, you want Hindi. You told that if you want pani puri, you want Hindi. Your state president told that if you want to cross Andhra, you need Hindi. Okay, if you want to eat pani puri, you want Hindi, huh? Madam, all your BJP leaders know Hindi.
Ranjana, I think you really need to do your homework before you come on national television and debate with me, Ranjana. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I am not refuting anything that I said, but you don't seem to have a clear
I am so
what you're trying to say right now.
I am so sorry.
I never said I didn't say that. I am saying it is so simple. That is what I'm trying to say. Hindi is a language that unifies people. Even to something as simple as Pani Puri. That is what I said. You people will never understand that because you people do not have basic brains. You cannot understand what we try to say. All you know is you come with prepared speeches that you say BJP is trying to impose Hindi when we are saying we are not trying to impose Hindi. Our Prime Minister speaks Tamil wherever he goes. Our Prime Minister quotes Tamil wherever he goes. He is a Gujarati by birth. And you people are trying to say that he is
on his own. Okay, Prime Minister is written. Prime Minister has given written
to say. You really have to do your homework before you come on this channel to debate with me. I'm sorry. Please don't try your
want Hindi to eat pani puri. You want Hindi to eat pani puri.
I said it is as simple as that. Which part of my
but where did the pani puri come from? Deepak, I'm confused.
All your leaders.
I don't want to bring pani. We all love pani puri. Can you tell me that you don't like pani puri? Ranjana, you come here. You come here to Delhi. You come here to Delhi. Please go to Gold Market. Fantastic pani puri you will get there. There's pani puri. Pani puri is across languages.
I can eat
Pani puri is a Michelin star dish.
Even if I don't know Hindi, I can get.
Yeah, so good, no?
How can the dumb people eat pani puri then? Only if they know Hindi, they can get the pani puri.
Pani puri has nothing to do with Hindi.
Can buy pani puri, right?
There is nothing called Hindi pani puri, Tamil pani puri. Pani puri is pani puri.
They know 3 words.
What?
You can't allow, Deepak, we can't allow the politicization of pani puri now.
Namaste, acha, theek hai. Namaste, acha, theek hai. All these 3 words.
Deepak, last word to you, Deepak.
No. Whenever the national leaders come to
one quick word.
Namaste.
You know, some time ago in Karnataka, the Congress party said jobs for only Kannadigas and only Kannada language. Then Chandrababu Naidu ji said, whoever wants to come to our state, you won't have such problems. Immediately, the Congress party went back because there was a resentment from the industry. Similarly, with Tamil Nadu, I would like to say one last thing. The champions, DMK, Karunanidhi and their family, ancestrally, they are from Andhra Pradesh, from Prakasham district. So now they are acting like champions of Tamil language. But the funny part is, including Stalin's son, everybody have gone for an English medium school. And today in Tamil Nadu, the Tamil language is coming down in percentage compared to English. So clearly, none of these people are champions of their native languages.
Absolutely.
Just using this for political gain.
I'll close. I need to close. I thank you very much. I have no time left. Ladies and gentlemen, we expect breaking news in 3 minutes on the mini deal with Trump when I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
At Amity, we are committed to building a stronger India through world-class education and research, to nurture ideal citizens who, together with the leaders of today and tomorrow, will make India a world superpower. Amity University, India's leading not-for-profit private university.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ. डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा. अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ. सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल. ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े. क्या निराला MDH मसाला.
Jack Oliver's studio. Stay tuned for all the breaking news and updates. I am Tanisha Avasthi. Let's get started.
Where the software engineer meets the cool UI UX designer, meets the gifted content writer to create the big dream. The world comes together at Sharda University. So where are you?
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ. डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड में मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा. अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ. सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध. MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा.